This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready? Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
Alrighty, good evening. Oh, look at me, I'm small again. There we go, take the Viagra. I'm big. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, good night, goodbye, hello. Depending where you are in the world, welcome along. It's another Matchday live presentation. Just take my earpiece out while I'm doing the talking. I hope we find you well. Sheffield Wednesday at home, 3 points, should be. Or is it a potential banana skin? Could be. I'm never happy with Leicester when it comes to these matches. Vardy up against his old club. We're going to see a few changes. Cody and Vestergaard playing together for the first, well, I don't know, the first time they've been playing together. There's a lot to talk about. And of course, Yannick Vestergaard telling what he thought about Brendan Rodgers when Celtic getting knocked out of the Champions League. What a shame. What? In fact, they're out of Europe because I think they're bottom of the group. Couldn't happen to a nicer man. Anyway, this is Matchday Live. I'll be joined by Brad in a moment. He's just gobbling Ronald. And Luke will be on at the end. And Kate's back from Vietnam. This is the Matchday Live show. So welcome along. Can I just say, not only is football back, is match day back, this is back. Used to be called the Tuesday Talking Point. It's been on the BBC, and it's called now Fans Voice. Basically, every Tuesday on the BBC, you will see there's going to be an item that's written by a fan. It cannot be a match report. They don't want that. They just want the general thoughts. And I write it. It is me, moi, uno. I am the fan's voice for Leicester on the BBC website. Just go along to their website, bbc.co.uk /LCFC, and it will take you there. My theme yesterday, it just feels great to be winning again. And I think you'll agree that it does. But today, we are away to Sheffield Wednesday. How are we feeling? I'm not going to lie to you. I am nervous. Have I been following Leicester too long? Quite possibly. Because, you know, I mean, Leicester, I'm 60 odd now, 60 plus. And the thing you can always rely on about Leicester is that they're not reliable. And that we could very, very easily find a banana skin where there isn't one. We are top of the league. They are bottom of the league. Ipswich play tonight at 8 o'clock, so they kick off 15 minutes behind us. I wonder why that is. Premier League then. I'm ahead of myself. EFL. Surprise. I wonder why. But look, let's have a look at the team, shall we? Let's bring it up here. Brad will be in soon and we'll be discussing the team further. But it's an interesting... it's 3 at the back, which will become 4 when we are defending. But it's set up really as a 4-3-3. They've got it a little bit as a 4-1-4-1 on LCFC.com. But look, Hermansen in goal, no surprise there really. Across the back, you've got Ricardo. Cody is back. That is nice to see. Vestergaard is there. When I first saw Cody, I actually thought, well, Vestergaard must have been dropped, but he's not. Justin has been dropped because Vestergaard is there and Faz is there as well. And then obviously Ricardo plays his inverted full-back role, so he'll be coming into midfield when we are going forward. In there you've got Cassidy, Winks, and it's good to see Eunice back, isn't it? It really, really is good to see Eunice back. And Fatua is back in the starting lineup, and Mavadidi either side of Vardy. And Brad was just confirming to me the first time that Vardy has faced his boyhood club since he joined Leicester. So be interesting to see, is he going to celebrate? Won't he celebrate? I'm not sure. This is going to be interesting to see. And how will the fans react? Find out soon enough, I'm sure. But we'll talk more about the team when we have some guests in. But just to go through this here, this is the form going into today. I mean, you couldn't have 2 more varied form tables, could you? Leicester City actually in the form table before yesterday's games, I think was at 5th due to the 2 losses. Sheffield Wednesday firmly rooted to the bottom of the form table as well as the Premier League. Premier League, what do I keep saying that? Fraudulent slips, everybody. Foot of the Championship. So Reese is in. Good afternoon, Reese. Good evening, good morning, good day. How are you? Welcome along. And Luca is in. Well, he was in at 2 a.m. this morning. I don't know what he was doing in then, but welcome along, Luca. So look, we had those 2 losses in our last 6 games. Leeds United, and I've said right from that match when it finished, they deserved it. They really did. You had Middlesbrough, who didn't deserve it. I think we were just not on the ball, no pun intended, with that game. And they had a superb free kick. Nobody was stopping that. Came back last time out with a nice win over Watford. And of course, before the 2 losses, we had beaten QPR, Just, Sunderland, and of course Swansea City, as you can see. Sheffield Wednesday, their current form, 23rd in their current form, the one above Rotherham, who they beat. Their 1 win all season, not just in the last 6. Their 1 win all season. They beat Rotherham 2-0. Before that, they've lost to Watford. Plymouth gave them a hiding 3-0. Bristol City put 1 past them to win it. Millwall took them to pieces, and they actually lost to Birmingham City, who are not doing so good themselves. Is that how bad they are doing? Now, I do know their manager has come out and said that, to Enzo, because he was at Bayern Munich, was it? And he said, often teams would come to Bayern Munich and surprise us. On that form, look, if Leicester don't win this, and I'm not going to go down the lines of, right, sack this and get rid of this pair, and it should be, they do happen. Upsets happen. That's football. That's why we love it. And how many times have we upset teams as the underdog? So if it happens, it happens. But come on, surely we should be beating this team. Hi to Nate. How are you doing, Nate? In from the good old US of A. And John is in. John, how are you doing? So welcome along. You look at that and you've got to say there's no way that we would lose this game. but there is a way we will lose this game. It's very easy for us to, but questions are if something goes wrong here. Enzo, I don't think he'll just be kicking a cup of tea around the dressing room. I think he'll be kicking the whole bloody urn. He really will. We'll have a look at the table. Now, this table was before last night. I've got to be honest with you. I was at the dentist earlier on today, so I don't know if the table's any different at the moment. Let's just have a look. Still Ipswich top, Leicester top, Ipswich second. They kick off at 8 o'clock tonight, like I say. West Brom third, Leeds fourth, Southampton and Hull. And then Preston just dropping outside. But I mean, it's a bit of a weird one because West Brom have played a game more, and so have Hull, Preston, and Cardiff and Middlesbrough. So it's a bit of a mixed bag there at the moment. Sheffield Wednesday sitting at the bottom. They got a game in hand on Rotherham and QPR. Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday got 6. Rotherham have got 12. QPR have got 13. And Huddersfield have got 16. You've got to say it's looking a little bit like any 3 from 3 there down at the bottom. There is a lot of changes, John. We will be going through that with Brad when he joins us. But I think honestly, I can't see past those 3 for going down. He says, famous last words, Plymouth down to 20th. I did say at the start of the season that they would go down. They are sliding down now. They are sliding down. Look, Sheffield Wednesday have played 17, minus 21 goal difference, 6 points. Leicester City played 17, plus 21 goal difference and 42 points. So relegation is safe for us. I think it's fair to say. I don't think we've got any chance of getting relegated. But let's talk about the team a little bit more, because as John said, there are changes, and Brad, I think he's finished gobbling Ronald. So let's bring him in and say, and just press this button here, and he should appear as if by magic.
Howdy, sir. Howdy. I don't like the way you phrase me having some food, but we'll live with it. We'll live with it.
You were not gobbling Ronald McDonald, is what I was going to say.
Yeah. You failed to say that the first 2 times you mentioned it there, but just to confirm, folks, it's just a not. This is not an endorsement or a lifestyle choice. It is what I.
Yeah, other takeaways are available. Let's just say that. So, team, John said lots of changes. Nice changes to see, though. I mean, let's start at the top. Vardy, he got 2 last time. I think he would have started today anyway, and especially with who we're playing.
Yeah, I think sentiment plays a part in it. It's his first time to really go at his old club, who, despite being his boyhood club, did reject him, didn't they? They said he was too tiny, not built enough to play at the highest level of the game. And of course, Sheffield Wednesday would know all about being in the highest level of the football league. They haven't been in there since the 90s, but that's none of my business.
Exactly. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I said earlier, it'd be interesting to see, does he celebrate? Doesn't he celebrate if he scores?
I think it all depends on the crowd, really, with Vardy, doesn't it? If every away fan comes away from the King Power telling other away fans, don't piss Jamie Vardy off because he'll just shit out you when he scores, which is 9 times out of 10, isn't it? It seems if you give Jamie Vardy stick, he's going to put the ball in the back of the net, which is probably why Leicester were always so keen and desperate to make sure that Jamie Vardy never plays for another club for as long as we're in the division with them. So. Yeah, I think it could depend a little bit on them. I know Sheffield Wednesday is dear to his heart, and I'm sure Sheffield Wednesday fans, that they must have enjoyed his celebration when he scored past Sheffield United a few seasons ago in the Premier League. He really gave them some stick, being as it's obviously a Wednesday product. So. We'll see tonight. I think you might actually. I think if you was to go around and ask the home supporters what they're expecting tonight, there'll probably be some of them that will tongue in cheek say, "Oh, we're just here to see our old player Vardy," because of the fact that they're playing top of the league. But yeah, we'll see. We know Jamie Vardy is capable of a shit house. It all depends on the away. I keep saying away because I don't know why. The home crowd, doesn't it? It all depends on them.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't see any reason why he shouldn't, celebrate. It's not like he's only just moved or something. We're talking how many years ago. But whether he might avoid the shithousing, But
yeah, I think he'll just celebrate with the away fans hopefully tonight. If the fans are nice to him, I can't see why they wouldn't be.
We played 2 games without Ndidi, and we lost 2 games. He's not starting today though.
Yeah, I think we've got a few players back as well, haven't we? So Eunice has just come back from injury. You've got 3 games in the space of a week. We've got 1 tonight. We had 1 on the weekend, and we got the weekend coming up. We'll be raring to go for West Brom, which on paper should be a tougher challenge than Sheffield Wednesday. And this is kind of, in a weird way, I said this earlier on another show, that this is kind of lose-lose for Leicester, because I think in terms of expectation, because if they go out tonight and we win 3-0, 4-1, 5-0 would be great, something like that, it's kind of like, well, you're top, you're playing bottom, so you should win that by a decent margin. And if you have, and you've already said it, Chris, but I called this the league version of the FA Cup third round banana skin. Because I know these are in the same division. I know you've got to treat every team with respect, but everybody, if you're a neutral, or if you should and you shouldn't, but if you are a betting person, I'll use my pronouns and that right there, betting person, you'd look at Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday and go, well, that's an away win, isn't it? You wouldn't even bat an eyelid at it. It'd be like Man City playing Luton with the greatest. Well, Luton aren't even bottom anymore. It'd be like Man City playing Everton. It'd be like, well, it's a given, isn't it? That they win. Because I can't say Luton because they're actually more impressive than Everton this season. Although, yeah, but you get my point. My point is you wouldn't even think about it. You just say it's Leicester's all day long. So if we lose, which obviously we're hoping we're not, it's a bit of a oops, red face, cover the eyes and hide away a little bit until we play West Brom. And if we win, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, good for you. You won, you were expected. Having said that, we look at certain results. Leeds and Ipswich couldn't beat Rotherham. We managed that. So if we keep that reputation going, hopefully if we beat Sheffield, when they next play them, they won't beat them, and that will help us. So it isn't out of the realms of possibility. And you get this feeling from the squad, don't you? The way they talk in their interviews, the way they have Winks has said it, I think Cody said it, and a few others have said it. Enzo drills them to not care about league position and just respect your opposition. So as long as we do that, I think the changes are needed. Busy period, isn't it, Chris, coming up? So they are needed to get some minutes into their legs. Yeah, or whatever the phrase is.
Kick off early Saturday, maybe the reason for all the changes. I think there would have been changes because there is just 3 games in a week. I don't think whether it's 12:30 or 3 o'clock is going to make an awful lot of difference to them. The thing today is that, even if we lose and Ipswich win, unless they can put 7 past Millwall, which I very much doubt it, they ain't going to go top. So we're
blame Chris if it happens, though, folks.
Yeah, thank you. And whatever happens at the other end, Sheffield Wednesday will still be bottom. Eunice back.
Good to see. I mean, considering we signed him as a winger, he's played in the middle. I think he's a very good centre midfielder. From what I've seen of him, his performances, he's done a lot better in the middle than he did out wide. I know he's only Sorry, go on.
I like him in the middle.
I do. I like him in the middle. I think it's an area of depth. We don't want to constantly be thinking about players that may not be here after January, either tournament-wise or permanently-wise. But it's good to see that we have an option there to go into that middle. And again, you don't want to jinx it and get too relaxed, but we're not the players, so we can maybe be a bit disrespectful, if you will, if you pardon me here. But this is probably the perfect opportunity, like I said, to give the likes of, Cody some minutes under his belt, give Eunice some minutes under his belt, And hopefully tonight, if things all go well, maybe we'll finally see Cannon firing on all cylinders and get on the pitch.
Yeah.
Someone's got to make the joke before you do, mate. Saves you the embarrassment. I'll take it this time. But you know what I mean? It's good to see the quality of the players that are coming in. It's not like we're going, oh, crud, we've got to call up an under-21 player, is it? You know? Not that we wouldn't mind that with some of our under-21s, but yeah, it's good quality we're bringing them.
Scott said, do you think Cannon gets minutes? He's come out and said, that Cannon's got to be patient. His choice is Vardy and Iheanacho, and I think if Vardy comes off, probably Iheanacho will come on. I think Cannon will have to sort of wait till nearer January when we lose Iheanacho, but we'll see. You never know with this manager, do you? No. Eunice probably in. I think he's probably in for Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Cassidy in for Ndidi, because I think that's what happened when Ndidi was actually injured. But Winks is back, and my God, no. We didn't necessarily miss him so much at the weekend, did we? But I feel happy when he's in the side.
Yeah, you feel like he's your insurance policy, isn't he? In this division, I mean, let's face it. You look at it, Winks, and look, when I heard that we could potentially get him, one of my mates was a Spurs fan. It was before we were relegated. He said, "I'll swap you Maddison for Winks." He'd been barking on about doing it for years. I might take him up on his lottery numbers though, because he was right, wasn't he? But he said to me, if you do stay up, we'll give you the money for Maddison. You take Winks off our hands. I went, if we're in the Premier League, no thanks. Maybe if we go down. Well, turns out I also know the future. But I'm watching his performances in these 16 games, because he obviously didn't play last week. He looks like that sore thumb of a player, doesn't he, Chris? Because he looks like a player that you could easily put in that any side in that bottom half of the Premier League. He'd walk into it the way he's been playing this season for us. Yes,
indeed. Cody, when I saw his name pop up, I thought, oh, Vestergaard's out. But it's Justin that's being given the rest.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see a little bit of a different shape. 3 centre-backs in there. I know Faze can drift out wide a little bit, but he's not too familiar with like a natural left-back role. So maybe it's a little bit different in the shape, the plan of action. And obviously, we have to remember we still do have a fairly long time to still go without Doyle being available to us. So resting Justin is vital for our season. You want him fit and ready for West Brom, which you'd imagine he'd come straight back into for that, because he is our only left-sided player, if you will, on that side that can really do it. So yeah, it's a good lineup to see, and again, minutes under Cody's belt again. It's needed for a guy that when we signed him, I don't think there was a Leicester fan out there that didn't think he was going to be centre back number 1 choice on the team sheet, potentially even captain. Because obviously, as I told you, my dad's a Wolves fan. They were gutted he went. Obviously, Everton missed out on a chance to get him. I wonder why now. It's not like they've been deducted points and caught napping with rule breaking, but yeah, it's good to see him get in, because your love child's really been keeping him out the starting lineup, hasn't he, Chris? You'd imagine with the style of player he is.
Yes, and I did say the other day, I don't know whether he is going to be here next season. Don't know if he's actually still good enough for the Premier League. We're in the Championship. He's playing really well. It was nice to see him he was being interviewed. I don't know if you saw it all the other day. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to Vestergaard, because talking about Vestergaard, she went off to Vietnam. She wasn't chosen to take part in SAS Who Dares Wins. But apparently her application didn't get through in time, but she managed to get back, and we're going to say hello to Kate. Kate, good evening. Welcome home.
Hi, how you doing?
We are doing well. How was the holiday?
It was brilliant, thank you. It was about 32 degrees warmer than here.
Well, anywhere's warmer than
So
here.
it's a bit of a shock to the system this week.
I've got to say, why Vietnam? I mean, it's not the first place that springs to mind when you think of a
Well, I've done China, I've done Japan, and I love the Far East.
Okay.
I love it. And it was so beautiful, so cheap, like 50p for a bottle of beer.
Oh, wow.
Well, why did you leave?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great experience, really good, really enjoyed it.
Well,
Fabulous people.
good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Look, I mean, I must admit, the only thing I know about Vietnam was what was on the Top Gear special, and it did look a beautiful.
Yes, we tried to go there, but it was flooded. They had quite severe flooding in that area when we went, so we were gutted. We were supposed to drive down that bit. It's called the High Van Pass.
Right.
But we just couldn't because it was too flooded and the views would have been terrible. So we actually missed out on that, which was a bit disappointing. But yeah, the guys that I were with were wanting to do that as well. I haven't seen that Top Gear particular one.
It'll be on Dave over Christmas.
I'm sure.
You've missed. Is it 2 games you've missed?
Yes, I managed to catch the Watford one. I got the LCFC pass whilst I was in Vietnam because you could buy it over there. So I watched the Watford game, but I didn't see any of the Borough game.
No, you didn't miss an awful lot. In fairness. But look, what do you think of the team? I mean, Hermansen in goal, Ricardo, Cody, Vestergaard, Faze at the back, with Justin obviously being dropped. Ricardo will play his normal sort of inverted right back. Cassidy, Winks, and Eunice across the middle. So it's nice to see Eunice back. Fatu and Mavadidi either side of Vardy.
Yeah, I mean the back's interesting, isn't it? I don't know what to make of that really. Is he going to be doing a back three, or is someone going to be going on the left back? I'm not sure what the plan is there. That was quite a surprise, to be honest. I don't know if it's injury related or tactics. I'm not really sure. It's quite a defensive setup at the back.
Yes, I mean Justin is on the subs bench, so he's obviously not injured. I would imagine, I don't know if you agree with me, Brad, but Vestergaard will be the centre of the three. I'm guessing Cody on the. Oh, does he go on the left or the right?
He'll go on the. I think without Justin, I think Cody will go on the right, and Faze will go on the left because Faze is quicker. He can probably cover that left side a bit quicker than Cody, and with Ricardo on the right side, I feel we need the pace on the left hand side of Vestergaard to kind of to get over there and stretch him.
Do you know what's scary, Kate? Just as Brad's saying that, the team sheet comes up on LCFC.com and it has actually got Faze on the left.
Not just a tactical ball genius, I know my players as well.
I don't know about Faze. What's your thought about Faze on the left, Kate?
Well, he's a bit untested there, isn't he? He's definitely got the pace. I agree with Brad there. He's definitely got the pace. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think he's done much wrong this season, so we'll see what happens. But it's a big ask, isn't it? It is a big ask.
It is. And in fairness, he was Craig's man of the match against Watford. So, but good to see Eunice back.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping. I saw on his Instagram today that he shared on his story an LCFC emblem thing. And I often think that means that, is he starting? Because, when they share stuff like that, they've obviously got the nod. So I'm glad to see him play because I think he's pretty much our most gifted player from a technique and that kind of thing point of view. And I think he's really quick on the ball, really exciting to watch. And he's one of the most sort of few players that can just penetrate the defence, really.
Yeah. I was reading Leicestershire Live, whether you want to believe that or not is up to the individual. But and apparently some of these loan players, because we want to bring sort of some more loan players in January, and we've only allowed, I think we've only got the space for one more on the bench.
Okay.
So if we're going to sign loan players, and we've been linked with a Manchester City player that they've not even signed yet, and we're going to have to, they were saying, make some of our loan deals permanent earlier. Can you see that happening?
If that's if the push comes to shove, then we'll have to, won't we? I think some of the loan players in particular have shone and done really well for us this year and become regulars pretty much straight away. So, and they've not let us down at all. So if it's push comes to shove, I can see that a couple will be signed. I can't imagine why that rule would be in place. That just seems it's like a chicken and egg situation, really, isn't it?
It is, but you're only allowed so many loan players.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I suppose we could go to Manchester City and say, loan us you under 21s, please.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the two would be Yunus and Fatawu. They would be the two that you would think would sign, and I'd sign both of those. As you are back, sorry.
I didn't say anything. I think you heard the
Sorry. Before we let you go, I can see it's dark and cold and what have you there, so I'll let you get to the ground. I hopefully speak to you afterwards if you can get a signal. Your prediction for this game? Basically, how many are we going to put past them? That's the question.
Oh, gosh, I still think it's going to be tight because I think they'll have the new manager bounce. I'm going to go 3-1. I think we'll concede.
Oh, right. 3-1. I've gone 3-0.
Okay.
I think Brad's gone 7-0 or something, haven't you, Brad?
Have you? 5.
I've gone for the high 5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I just say, whatever happens, Kate, just be glad that you haven't gone the same as Brad, because the way his predictions have gone this year, he makes me go first in the prediction league because he knows that if he says what I've said, I'll change mine.
Brilliant.
Kate, nice to have you back. Have a
good
game and enjoy it. Bring out the 3 points with you, and we'll speak to you after.
All right, speak to you later, guys. Enjoy the match.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Kate back.
Good old Gurinder.
Yeah. Scott said, I thought you were allowed 7 to 8 loan players. And then he said, sorry, you were right. Just checked, Chris, and you only allowed. You doubted me, Scott. I'm hurt.
I know.
That got me there. You doubted me. Oh, what can I say? What do you think about it? I mean, I would sooner loan players in January because I think, otherwise you overcharged a hell of a lot and you buy in maybe, if we go out and get another striker, we know we don't need another striker unless Iheanacho goes. So if we buy another striker, we've got too many, possibly, you could say. But I think I could go. Obviously, Cassidy, you think will probably at Chelsea would want him to go back. Doyle, probably the same with Manchester City. So you're talking Yunus and you're talking Fatawu. I can't put an argument up for not signing those two permanently early.
No, I certainly can't. The only reason I could maybe fathom, I wouldn't even say an argument to not do it, would be the agreement. Because if the information we were told through numerous resources is true, we have to meet some requirements for Fatawu and his agreed fee. I know Fatawu's agreed fee is 14 million should he play 60% of this season. Now, obviously, by January, we won't be 60% of the way through the season. And I don't think he's come off the bench or started enough to even qualify for that, even if it was. So the only concern I'd have with that is I would look at it and go, well, we can either ask Sporting how much he's going to cost if we cancel his loan and bring him in permanently now, or do we bite the bullet, get one loanee and one loanee only? Because 14 million is an absolute steal for Fatawu right now from what I've seen from the season. And I'd be more inclined to basically tell him, look, we're going to make this permanent. We're going to keep you here on the loan. Don't worry about it, and pay 14 million. And then in a January market, turn around and go, well, we're kind of screwed that you've got him on a deal. But if you want to end his deal and buy him now, 45 million. I'm not saying they'd charge, but I'm not saying that's what they charge. But but here is a question: I'd like to throw out, and maybe people in the comments could get involved in it. We know that because of his injury that Doyle isn't in the equation for this, really. But if the push came to shove of cancelling somebody's loan but not signing them, who would the people in the comments have on the chopping block? You could choose Doyle if they want, but who would you say out of the loanees we've got, Chris? If you said we need 2 in and we can't sign one of them permanently, one of them has to go. Who's the least impressed, or who's the one you're thinking, oh well, we actually have too many players in that area, maybe it's time we cut our losses on this loanee? Is there anyone, or would you just be...
I'd come straight back at you and say Doyle. Now the thing with Doyle is, although Scott's come up with Cassidy, which is probably a fair shout, I do think there's a good player in there. I just think just taking
he needs a run of games.
I think everybody else has settled in so quickly, it's made him stick out. And I don't think he's as bad as we think he is. We know what he can do, what he did in the Euros. For me, Doyle will be going back anyway to Man City, or loaned out again, because they see him. I mean, the fact that, when I was reading during the week, the fact that he's still with us while he's going through his not repairs, but his medical, his fitness regime and what have you, shows that Man City have got faith in us. They trust us to get him back. That's what it was saying. I just think, at the back, we've got, let's just have a look. We've got Justin, we've got Chowdhury who can play back there. We've got Ben Nelson who's coming through from the youth. And we have Suter. Now, to me, Suter's done nothing wrong. He's played 290 minutes, or he started 2 games this season. One was against Liverpool in the Caribou, and whatever the game was after that. I think when Vestergaard was missing for a couple of games because of his yellow cards. So I think we've got the cover there. I think Suter can play in that back three. He didn't do anything to make me think he didn't. But both John and Scott, have said Cassidy.
Yeah, see, now for me, I see where you're coming from, and I have a tendency to agree with you on the Doyle situation. I think we've actually probably got more potential to get Cassidy in than we do Doyle over the other 2 loanees, because we're favouring Eunice, and we're already sold down the love story with Fatu, let's face it, and he looks like Maresca's already made up his mind that he wants to make this a permanent one, and we'll have to tip our hat to John Rudkin and that for making this deal if this is the case for 14 million. I know people don't like to, but I would say Cassidy, but weirdly enough for the reasons you've said about Doyle and his position, because if Doyle does go back and we did cut our losses, we've only got Justin, because I doubt Luke Thomas has got a recall in his loan. I don't think, by the sounds of things, the way it happened and how a little bit sour it's been, Christensen doesn't have an option to come back. So who would really play out on that left side? Chowdhury can play there, but he's more right-sided, and Ricardo can play there, but he looks a bit dodgy on the left side. So for me, I look at Cassidy's position and I go, there's Ndidi, there's Dewsbury Hall, there's Chowdhury, there's Dennis Pratt, there's Eunice. Now, I agree with you. It's taken him a while to find his feet, and it's probably taken Maresca a while to figure out which midfield position suits him. And it seems it's the Ndidi role, which is good. He's finally latched on to a role in that midfield that he could have. But I still wonder if, and we're talking hypotheticals here, there may be a case that Leicester can bring in 1 permanent and 1 loan in, and we're just talking a hypothetical for the sake of it. But if you said to me, gun to my head, who do I want to see go? I think on what we've seen of them and where we need them, it would be Cassidy. But I then obviously contradict myself by saying, who have we got more chance of signing if we keep here and keep them happy and playing? I would then say it's Cassidy, because he might say...
You make
Yeah.
some very. I mean, again, I agree with everything you said regarding Cashaday. So it's going to be one of them two, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly it is.
Yeah, get your predictions in, guys. I've gone 3-0. Brad's gone 5-0. Kate's gone 3-1. John Thornton's gone 3-1, and Jeff has gone 3-0. All to Leicester. Scott's gone 6-0, but no, he's not. He's hoping for 6-0, but he's gone 1-0.
Yeah, well, you're all under FFP investigations in the league. I haven't told them all this, but if the table changes to me being top, it's not me in charge. It's out of my hands.
The players are about to come out. Very
Yeah.
final thoughts on Vestergaard, what he said on the bell end, and the fact that they're out of Europe. What a
Well,
shame.
I think it couldn't happen to a nicer team. Well, I don't really hold too much grudge against Celtic, the club, but it couldn't happen to a nicer team with the manager they've got. It shows that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can still be crap at managing in Europe. It just proves how talented our squad was to get us out of that mess. And then what did Vestergaard say about him? I didn't actually see it. So,
but basically, he said about him talking to his twin brother, is what Rogers said. As to why he wasn't being picked, and he basically said, "I've no idea what he's talking about. All I know is I play the way I play, and I'm being picked, and I'm enjoying myself at the moment."
Good on him.
It was more what he didn't say, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Which is what's happened to him. Well, good on him. You know what? Bygones be bygones. Me and Vestergaard will go back years. We're busy mates now, so we're all good. My end. Don't need to worry about it. Last bit of cheerful news. What do Manchester United and Tottenham have in common? Oh, you've gone all weird on me then.
Sorry. Neither of them can hold on to leads.
Yes, you've got it right, because the mighty Manchester United that were all back after the win a few days ago were 2-0 up against Galatasaray, and they've bottled it and drawn 2-2. Turns out this European adventure stuff isn't for everybody getting out the group stages, it seems.
It isn't, not at all.
Right,
but good to see that they are out of it altogether, Celtic.
Oh, yes, it couldn't happen to a nicer team, like I say, mate. But I'm going to try and sort out a way to potentially watch this game, because it seems like it's not on this perfectly legitimate stream site. So I will catch you at half-time to tell you what I think of it all.
See you then, mate. Take
See
care.
you later.
Cheers. See you at half-time, Scott. Let me just put my bra on here. There's a light display going on at the moment just before the players come out. There we go. And I just want to say no spoilers, guys. We've got a few mods in, and I will as well. If there's any spoilers, even if you think you're being clever and having a bit of a laugh, you'll just be kicked. We're all at different times. We're all watching it in different ways, so they're all different. Somebody's at 3 minutes, somebody's at 5, somebody's at 2. So if you say anything before I do it, you work to my time. And if anything goes in, either hinted at, if it's hinted at, if it's done as a joke, or if it's a full spoiler, you will be banned. It is as simple as that. No warnings. Because I'm fed up with everybody doing it. And you can't say you haven't been told, and it's going across the bottom there as well. Right. So let me just line this up. So here we go. Oh, do you remember Danny Cadamartri? His son, 18-year-old son, is playing today for Sheffield Wednesday. So, Cadamartri playing on the wing up front. He's number 42. Hi, Fields. 2-1 George is going for. So, we all know our lineup. Hermansen, Fiara, Cody, Vestergaard, Faze, Winks in the middle, Fatawu, Kashidi, Yunus, Mavadidi with Vardy up front. Hi, Fields. Hi, how are you doing? I think you're right. Jeff. I think it is being, playing 3 games. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Cannon is on the bench again. I don't think we'll see Cannon. He's came out very much this week. Did Enzo and say, look, I'm saving it. He'll get his chance as and when. Andreas has gone. What are you going, Highfields? Andreas has gone 3-0. He's agreed with me. Nobody's gone that Sheffield Wednesday are going to get anything tonight. But this is Leicester. We love banana skins. 46 people watching at the moment. Please, could you smash that likes? You have to subscribe if you want to join in the chat. And it's 30 seconds between comments. So Leicester are going to be playing from left to right. They're in yellow, orangey, isn't it? Yellowy orange tops, white shorts, yellow socks. And Sheffield Wednesday, we've kicked off there in their home nook strip. Famous blue and white stripes, blue shorts, and blue socks. So, is it orange? They're calling it orange. Oh, Ricardo! Oh my God! Oh, 22 seconds. Ricardo lost the ball. Oh. But Ricardo should not have... I don't know what he was doing, Ricardo, there. That was nearly a bad start for Leicester. That was a lucky escape, Leicester. 22 seconds on the clock. That would have been an amazing start. Leeds haven't kicked off yet. I don't know what's happening at Leeds. Ipswich kicked off 8 o'clock. Excuse me. Actually, Cody was on the ball there. Ricardo plays it back to Hermansen. So Fass is on the left, which is what was predicted by Brad. Winks now. Oh, Fatawu, is that a... No foul, and it's a throw into Sheffield Wednesday on the near side, halfway into the Leicester City half. Number 23 to take it there for Sheffield Wednesday. Down this left side, playing the 1-2, but it comes off Ricardo's head. He didn't know much about it. Winks has it and control. It's Ricardo. Cody. Oh, it's Winks all the way out to Mavadidi. On the halfway line now. Faze now plays the long ball through. Oh, that was so unlucky. Eunice there. Lovely ball over the top from Faz. It was run through. He managed to get one touch, but it was a little bit running away from him, Eunice there. Wasn't the easiest of chances, but one chance each, you got to say, but it was easy in the end for the goalkeeper to take, and it ends up it's now a throw in to Sheffield Wednesday in their own half on the near side. Keeper comes out and covers it well. Leeds have now kicked off. No goals yet in the Championship. Ooh. Apparently, Vardy has played twice against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, again! What happened there? Sheffield Wednesday there. And now a free kick, giving Leicester a bit of ref sight. What happened there? Let's have a look at this again. Hermansen. Oh, he just played a ball there. Oh, Vestergaard saved us. There's a chance here for Mavididi, but it's headed out by Sheffield Wednesday. Sliding tackle from Connor Cody, and it goes back to Hermansen. They are closing down very quickly, Sheffield Wednesday. At the moment, you've got to say that scary start indeed. Luke is in True Red. Good evening, Luke. How's your season going? At the moment, Sheffield Wednesday have got off to the better start. Swansea are already 1-0 up, and they are away to Leeds. Leeds 0, Swansea 1, 4 minutes into the game. We've got to thank Vestergaard for not being one down. So we've got to sort of get control of the game now. Sheffield Wednesday coming forward again, through ball. Vestergaard, bit of an up and under. Now Leicester, some neat playing. Eunice. Lovely ball out there to the far side. Just a little bit too far for Mavididi to take in his stride, but he has got it. Eunice, Mavididi, Cassidy. Harry Winks has got it with Ricardo. Back to Winks again. Back towards the halfway line, just inside. Pass on the far side. Our Leicester's left. We're playing kicking from left to right, but we can't get it through at the moment. They're playing quite a. I think it's 5-4-1 that when we defend when they're defending. The moment, Sheffield Wednesday, certainly they're not going to take this lying down. Cody. Out Vestergaard plays it out to Mavididi, who kicks it in. Oh, he's kept it in. Oh, Winks there takes a chance from a long way out. It was well kept in by Eunice. Brought it back over. The goalkeeper punched it out. Didn't quite get it do a very good job of clearing it. Sheffield Wednesday. There's plenty of empty seats in the ground. And it was one of those that I think caught the ball. They found it again now. It's with the goalkeeper. LCFC, hello. Oh, again! Oh, my God! We're struggling at the back. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Is he going to get a booking for that? Bringing Mavadidi down? No, he's just got... Everybody's there. Commentators are saying yellow card. Oh, he's purposely taken out. I think he can count himself a very lucky boy there, the Sheffield Wednesday player, not to get a yellow card. Leeds have equalised. 7 minutes. Leeds 1, Swansea 1. Mavadidi now. Winks got the ball on the halfway line. Cody to Ricardo. He chips it over back to Mavadidi on the far side, the edge of the box. Nearly lost it, but he managed to keep hold of it. Winks. After Fatawu now has been quite quiet, but I said they're not really giving him the ball. He can't get the ball across, but he's hit it badly and it's gone out for a goal kick. Not sure if he will LCFC, because I mean Wednesday's his boyhood club. It'll be interesting to see how he reacts if he scores. 75% possession to Leicester, 2 shots each, 1 on target just for Sheffield Wednesday. Tell you what, all I can hear at the moment is the Leicester fans singing. Really? You seriously think so, Luke? Got to be honest with you, I think if Cooper does go, I think that's a lot of trouble for Forest. He's the difference for you, is your manager. So, it's a Faz now is penalised. Well, I think he's trying to put his body in the way. So it's a free kick here to Sheffield Wednesday. Halfway in the Leicester half on the far side. About equal with the edge of the box. Oh, and it's a free kick that was in. A free header there for Sheffield Wednesday. Hermansen saved. We are looking a bit suspect at the back. I'm not going to lie. It is a little bit worrying. Now, Leicester come away on this near side. Fatawu. Oh, he's managed to get past three Wednesday players there. Cutting down. He's now gone all the way out to Mavadidi on the far side as he tries to get into the box. He's in the penalty area. Chips it in, but it's straight at the goalkeeper, Dawson, for Sheffield Wednesday. And he holds on to it and just calms things down a little bit. There was players in the box there, but it was too near the goalkeeper. So it's a long clearance there from the Dawson in the Sheffield Wednesday goal, but it's out with Faz. Sheffield Wednesday looking for the free kick, don't get it, and Mavadidi brings it away on the far side. Inside to Khashoggi. Faz now. All the way across to Cody now on the near side. He plays it forward to Eunice. Cody. 13 minutes gone. Early opportunities have gone Sheffield's way, really. Oh, Leicester tried to play it through, but it was much too hard for Vardy, and it's straight through to Dawson in the Sheffield Wednesday goal. 0-0, 13 minutes gone. 1-1 between Leeds and Swansea. Swansea took an early lead. Leeds got back. It was 1-1 there after 7 minutes. 0-0 in all the other games. Sheffield Wednesday bottom zone. Nothing will change on that, whether they win, draw, or whatever this morning. 1-2 for Leicester here. And it's Cassidy through to Eunice on the near side. He's in the box. Plays it across. Oh, everybody leaves it for everybody else. Nobody wants to take it. Oh, and that's a shot from Ricardo. I think he goes out for a corner. Yep, first corner. Excuse me. It was a good move from Leicester. Ricardo, Mavididi, I think it was that left it. But the guy behind him wasn't expecting it. Anyway, it's out for the first corner for Leicester of the game. A bad corner there. It's cleared very easily by Sheffield Wednesday. Connor Cody. Back to Faz on the far side. He plays it out to Mavididi. Oh, we're going to get another corner. He had two defenders marking him. It's almost like a home game, this. Faz is down at the moment. He's pointing at his knee. Pointing at his knee, that might be a little bit of a worry. Ricardo comes over to talk to Enzo. No, I wouldn't, to be honest with you, LCFC. I did say at the start, well, if you read my piece today on the bbc.com/LCFC, it's Fans View, I think it is called. Check it out. It goes up every Tuesday when there is a match. Fans Voice. Check that on the BBC. I'll tell you what I think of the season so far.
The Premier League? That's so last season. It's all about the Championship here on LTID TV.
Now that's what I call football.
You hit the right spot.
So, corner to Leicester. Faz is off the field at the moment. Don't know what's going to happen with Faz. But Mavididi with the corner. No, but again, doesn't get past the first Sheffield Wednesday defender. But Mavididi's got it again. This time he crosses it in, but again, it's headed out. Oh, lovely turn by Sheffield Wednesday. They come down the middle now. They're breaking away, but it's a bad ball. Oh, Winks had the ball, but he slipped over. Cassidy, I might come back. But now, Sheffield Wednesday are breaking on the far side. Oh, Vestergaard sticks a foot out, clears it. Mavididi, is that a foul? Still no yellow card. That's the second time the Sheffield Wednesday player's done that. Vardy's going up to speak to the referee, which he's entitled to do as captain. Yes. Twice the same player's done that. Ifoa, number 6 for Sheffield Wednesday. Then again, Cassidy got away with one. Was a late tackle, which led to that attack by Sheffield Wednesday, but he wasn't even spoken to. Eunice now brings it down the near side, overlaps to Fatawu, but it clicks now. It's another free kick now to Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah. No bookings yet, although I do feel that they should have had one, Sheffield Wednesday. I think it was Ifoa committed the same foul twice. Yeah, they've only won one game at home, have Sheffield Wednesday, and that was against fellow strugglers Rotherham. Oh, now then. Now the Sheffield Wednesday gets the booking. Player on this near side there, which I would say wasn't probably, well, Fatawu's gone down. Well, yeah, I've got to say, I would have given a yellow card to the other two, which would have been obviously one yellow, one red, but not for that. But Famawu has got a yellow card, less innocuous than the other two. So it's a free cock. Free cock? Free cock. It's that sort of show, folks. Free kick. Don't know who wants some free cock, but that's where you come. So it's a free kick, I should say. So Fatawu brings it in. Oh, Vardy gets on the end of it, but it's way up and over. Sorry, LCFC. That's going to get clipped even by me. So Sheffield Wednesday can't keep the ball in as they try to break down the near side, and it's a throw in for Leicester just inside their own half. So it's with Vestergaard. Plays it forward to Winks. Plays it back to Vestergaard. He had options wide, but it didn't come to him. Ricardo back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard looking for that breakout ball, but it goes out to Mavididi, but it goes back to Faz, and that will go all the way back to Hermanson. He clicks it up. Oh, we are not doing very well in defence at all, and I think we're going to get a throw in, a lucky throw in, if I'm honest with you, on the far side. Hi, Oliver, and yes, LCFC is a bit of a mess. I take it you're on about this game. We're not looking confident at the back. Now it's going to go out to Mavididi. He's kept it in on the far side. Runs towards the box. Goes towards the end of the line. Surely! Yes! Fatawu! 1-0. 1-0. Oh, could say maybe a little bit against the run of play. I don't know. But it was a good Mavididi, lovely cross. Gets the ball on the far side, plays it across, and Fatawu scores. Wow, 1-0. Cassidy misses it as it comes over. It's chipped over. He doesn't quite get it. Falls to Fataru. To Leicester, 23 minutes. Fataru scores. Yes, you that to LCFC. So, yeah, just saying then, I was just about to say the same then as the, they started really, really well, Sheffield Wednesday, and they must have feeling quite confident, and that may just have knocked the stuffing. That'll be interesting to see if Leicester can go on and capitalise on this, or will Sheffield Wednesday crumble? Of course. Fataru, oh, he's got the bit in his teeth now. He has a long shot, Fataru, but it was he tried to curl it into the top left, but it was over. It was over. Why not? Why not have a go? You've just scored a goal. Why not have a go? So that's calmed our nerves a little bit. Ipswich are 1-0 up against Millwall after a minute. Ricardo doing some good defending there. Concedes a corner, but it was good defending. So everywhere is 0-0 except Leeds 1, Swansea 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester 1, Ipswich 1, Millwall 0. So we are actually on 45 points now, still only 3 clear of Ipswich, but we are actually 12 points ahead of Leeds at the moment. Leeds who? Oh! Another miss from Sheffield Wednesday there. I don't think there was any spoilers, was there? Jeff, I haven't seen the spoiler, and the reminder is going along the bottom. Or are you just reminding everybody? In which case, thank you. Oh, we're giving it away again now. Oh, that's a free kick in a bad place there by Ricardo. Sorry, Jeff. I see. I thought you were saying that somebody had. My apologies, mate. So it's a free kick now for Sheffield Wednesday. 27 minutes gone. So it's free kick about to be taken on the near side. It's chipped over, but it's well over the bar. But it's a corner. It's another quick corner for Sheffield Wednesday here. Huddersfield have gone 1-0 up against Sunderland. That's not looking good. It's looking even worse now for Sheffield. Huddersfield have gone up to 17 points. Wednesday now 11 points behind them. Oh, bad corner. All the way over and out of play for a Leicester goal kick. Still 1-0 with a great goal there by Fatawu to make it 1-0, as you can see on the screen. We do look a little bit nervous at the back. Still, I'm not 100% confident. Oh, we keep missing. Oh, Mavridis was claiming the throw in there, didn't get it. We've got 74 of you in, 25 likes. Can we smash the likes, please, guys? That really does help the channel. It's another throw in for Leicester, down by the far corner. Wink's doing the defending job there. A long throw coming up here by the look of it for Sheffield Wednesday. Did a long throw, fair play. Headed out by Vestergaard. Mavridis kicks it upfield. It goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Sweeper keeper for Sheffield Wednesday, as they all are these days. Yeah, Luke, they're having a good season. It's a goal kick to Leicester. 30 minutes now, half an hour gone. Not that many, John. No. We're certainly not having our own way. You're quite right. That said, Vardy had it then, but he just lost out. Back defending now, Sheffield Wednesday, all the way back to the goalkeeper. 1-0 as things stand. So at the moment, 71% possession to Leicester. 5 shots to Wednesday, 6 to Leicester, 2 on target for Wednesday, 1 for Leicester. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday trying to be a little bit too clever there, but Leicester can't get it away. And that a free kick? No, not a free kick this time to Leicester. Sheffield Wednesday come back at us. The ball now, Sheffield Wednesday. Oh! Nobody there. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday again. No, they did have some. Well, it was offside anyway. Offside, but we've got to watch. We've got to do something about this defending. Sheffield Wednesday are really making us look very. Not simple, not the word, but they're really showing us up at the back. This is worrying. Again, I mean, the ball came across Sheffield Wednesday. Somebody nearly got hold of the ball, but it was a bit too high for him. If there had been a bit lower or somebody else had been there, who knows? We might not have always got the card. But they're not taking this lying down as Cody brings it away now. Mavridis manages to get it. So I mean, Sheffield Wednesday, they're not playing like a team at the bottom of the league. Ipswich have gone 2-0 up now against Millwall. Wasn't expecting that. Or was I? I can't remember what I predicted. Fatawu plays it back to Cody. Cody plays it over to Vestergaard, who plays it out to Faz, who loses it out, but I think that was Vestergaard really played him into a bit of trouble there. Ricardo plays it out now, takes it off and plays it to Cody. Cassidy. Eunice. Now it's back with Cody on this right-hand side. He's having a pretty decent game. Boo-hoo, we are very lucky, mate. We are very lucky. And yes, John, we do look nervous at the back. Too nervous for my liking. Oh, Vardy. But beautiful ball through to Vardy, in fairness. And he tried to clip it through to a Leicester player that was running on past him, but he couldn't quite get it through. It hit a Sheffield Wednesday defender. And now it's back with Vestergaard in defence. Oh, Vestergaard there. Oh, Vestergaard gets booked there. Deservedly so. I thought he was going to see a red. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a red. Vestergaard, he lost control. We are so sloppy at the back. Now he's going to be careful, Vestergaard. 35 yards out for this free kick they just said for Sheffield Wednesday. Oh! Was it offside, I think? Amanson had to make the save. The referee gave it. The flag didn't go up. The referee gave it, though, but thankfully, when he played the shot, it went straight to Hermansen. Now, it's an up and under this time from Hermansen to Fatawu on this near side. Controls it nicely and gets the throw in down near so into Ricardo then on the near side. Ricardo gives the ball away, though. Oh, let that go out for a throw-in? No, yes, he does. And it's a throw-in to Leicester on the far side. Badly played by Sheffield Wednesday. There's parts of this game where Sheffield Wednesday really, really are. They do look like they deserve to be where they are. But occasionally we are making it look good for them at the back. Ooh. Eunice, is that going to be a throw-in? Who's that going to be a throw-in to? Leicester City. Now you've got to give some of that credit to Boohoo to Sheffield Wednesday. $29 likes. Let's try and get that up to 50, guys. It really does help the channel. Faz chips it over. Can he get to Fatawu? Yes, he can. He heads it back down to Eunice. Eunice, Fatawu to. Back to the halfway line with Cody. He plays it back to Vestergaard. He's going to have to be more. He's going to have to be careful on the yellow card now. He nearly loses it again. Oh, Eunice loses it out and Sheffield Wednesday come away. 38 minutes now. They're attacking again, Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, it's cleared by Vestergaard, but only as far as the Sheffield Wednesday player. It's back out on the near side for Wednesday. Gets the cross in. Oh. Oh, again. Oh, There was a screen for handball there, but Eunice now to Fatawu. He's all alone on his inside. He plays it into Eunice. Back to Fatawu. Oh, not a good ball in. It's headed clear by Sheffield Wednesday. Comes out to Cody, though. Ricardo back to Hermansen. Attack back into defence. Yes, we do, Jeff. Our defence really is worrying me. Oh, good ball to Eunice, but number 4 there for Wednesday gets a foot in and it's out for a throw in. Hey up! I love the sponsor on the front of the Sheffield Wednesday shirt. Hey up! Oh, Fatawu. Absolutely. Played a lovely ball into the box, but nobody was following that up. Sunderland have equalised against Huddersfield. 1-1. So it's a throw into Sheffield Wednesday just inside their own half on the far side. Very northern. Great sponsor. We're not looking like a team that's letting less goals than anybody else this season, are we? Now Leicester. Good win of the ball there. But we give it away. Oh, intercepted by Sheffield Wednesday, but again, couldn't control the ball, and it's with Leicester now. Back with Faz, back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard to Winks to Vestergaard. Faz. Winks back to Faz. Back to Winks, back to Vestergaard. Across now to Cody on the near side. Include me. I'm still here, guys. But now a long ball through to Mavididi. Cassidy, was he going to get the throw in? Not sure what he's given there. He lost the ball. Cassidy did the number 5. Oh, it's a throw in. We got a throw in on the far side near the corner flag. Remember Leicester kicking left to right in their third strip, the orange as they call it. Yeah, no confidence in the defence at the moment. Boo-hoo. At the moment, Scott's looking very happy because he went 1-0. And it's back with Vestergaard. Ricardo in the centre circle. Ricardo and Winks now passing. Winks looking at the ball. Passes it out to his teammate Cody on the near side. He passes it back to Vestergaard. Goes out to Faz on the far side. Ricardo plays it out to Cody now. Cody will play it out to Fatawu on the near side, who gets a throw in. All comes off Sheffield Wednesday player as he tries to go past him. 42 minutes gone. It's going to be half time in a minute. So it's Faz on the far side. Brings it into the Wednesday half. Mavididi. We are controlling the ball. We're not doing an awful lot with it though. And the ball is with Cody. And it ends up back with Hermansen. And Manson has literally taken the sweeper keeper. Oh, we're giving it away again. He was nowhere to be seen then. But now Sheffield Wednesday are on the break again, on the ball on the byline. Chips it in. Oh, good heading defender there. I think that was Vestergaard. Who else? Well, it could have been Cashaday even. Oh, we clear it away again, and it's out to the centre circle. But it's with Sheffield Wednesday. "44 minutes gone. Don't think there's going to be a lot of stoppage time. Sheffield Wednesday have the ball there. Cross it in. Oh. Cassidy heads it away and the throw-in goes for Leicester. "44 minutes have gone. It is still Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 1. Ooh. We are. I'm scared at the back. Anyway, it's with Winks as he brings it forward to Ricardo. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Just on the centre circle there, Vestergaard to Winks, turns on the ball, plays it back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard out to Faz. Faz now back to Hermansen. Remember, Ipswich are 2-0 up at Millwall. Leeds are only drawing with Swansea, having come back from 1 down after about 3 minutes. Sunderland and Huddersfield are also drawing 1-1. It's not good news for Sheffield Wednesday. Vestergaard plays it out to Faz on the far side. Oh, that was a lovely ball in towards Cassidy, but unfortunately he didn't quite get to it, and it allowed the Sheffield Wednesday defender to get a foot in. It's gone out for a throw into Leicester on the far side. Simon, do not use that language in here. How are you, Simon? Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to realise, John, we're gonna sort of lose Vestergaard about every 8 games. So 46 minutes gone. It's an over the top ball. Is it going to be a throw in for Leicester? Good defending there, in fairness, on the number 23 for Sheffield Wednesday as the ball goes out. I think I still have got one, LCFC. So at the moment, Leicester just can't break Sheffield Wednesday down. I think that's a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in. Yes, it is on the near side, just inside the Sheffield Wednesday half. Minute and a half into the 3 that's added on. Wednesday have it in defence now, playing it between the defenders. Now it's back with the Wednesday goalkeeper. Nobody's closing him down. Nobody's making their goalkeeper work. There's a long ball forward. It's headed clear by Ricardo, but well taken by the Sheffield Wednesday player. They have it now coming down the middle. Oh, through ball, but it wasn't a very good. It was a good through ball, but it just unfortunately wasn't through to anybody. There we go. It is half time, everybody. It is. Well, I'll take it. 1-0 up at half time. You can't say that. Well, do we deserve it? I'm not sure, if I'm honest with you. But look, I'll take it. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. We had a good goal, though, from Fataru. And at half-time, it's Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 1. Let me just run you through the half-time scores here. Blackburn 0, Birmingham City 0. Leeds 1, Swansea 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 1. Southampton 0, Bristol City 0. Sunderland 1, Huddersfield 1, and Ipswich 2, Millwall 0. So the top of the table at the moment, Leicester on 45, Ipswich on 42, Leeds 33, West Brom 32, Southampton 32, Hull on 30, Preston on 28. At the bottom, it's getting worse for Sheffield Wednesday. If things stay as they are, Sheffield Wednesday 6 points, Rotherham in 23rd on 12, QPR in 22nd on 13, Huddersfield 21st on 17, and Plymouth 20th on 19. That is the table as we see it. Those are the half times. I'm going to go and water the plants, but I will be back just like the Terminator. So don't go away. We'll be back after this break.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Indeed, welcome back. Half time, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 1. Not convincing. You know what we need? We need some ex-Foxes to help us out.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you Foxes!
Indeed. So, half-time, 1-0 to Leicester. Fatarou's goal being the difference between the two teams. 26% possession to Wednesday, 74% to Leicester. Means a sweet FA because all we're doing with the possession is passing it around, as we know. Shots, well, they've had 7. One more than us at 6. On target, 3 for them, 1 for us. The one that went in, though. And corners, 2 each. If you're watching this game, I don't know if this is me. If you're watching this game, can you tell who's bottom and who's top? And I'm not sure. Your thoughts on that would be interesting because we look absolutely awful at the back. Absolutely awful. Change of formation, bring Vestergaard off. I mean, you know, we don't want to lose him. We could. He's not having the best of games, so I can't. I'm not going to. You know, my thoughts on Vestergaard. He's not had the best of games, so I'm going to have to. I can't put up an argument for him not coming off. To be honest with you, not had it all our own way, but we go in 1-0 up. Second half will be better. Still thinking 3-0. I went 3-0, Jeff. So. But then again, you know what I'm doing in the prediction league. I'm just waiting for Brad to come in. I'm just seeing if he's messaged me. Not at the moment, unfortunately. So not sure what's happened to Brad. Let's see in here. Basically, he's not been able to see it. LCFC's gone for a 2-0. Ipswich have gone 3-0 up. Right, you're close. Well, you're not close. You're dead on there, John. I hadn't noticed that. They obviously kicked off 15 minutes later. Still 3 points behind us and still 6 goal difference behind us. Nate says, I bet Cody will come off and Faze and Vestergaard will move over with Justin coming on. I don't think Cody's done anything wrong. I've got to say, I agree with Greg earlier. I see no reason for keeping Vestergaard on. He's on a yellow card. He's not having the best of games. And why risk getting him sent off and going down to 10? Because I can see this referee, he's not sure with these cards. You know, what he's giving cards for doesn't make sense with what he's not giving cards for, if that makes sense. You know, I'd expect him to give cards for others that he hasn't, and then he's going to give him cards for innocuous tackles. Yeah, forgot about the yellow. Yeah, I mean, it would make more sense for Vestergaard to come off, but will he? You know, we know that that Enzo likes him. I would bring Vestergaard off, move Faze over to the right, bring Justin over to the left, and put and move Cody into the middle. So basically, you'd have Justin left, Cody middle, Faz on the right, which is basically his preferred position. You've got a point there. You've got a point there, Turva. They're professionals. You know, I'm sure they're playing small games in training in these positions? Surely. No? Vardy done nothing, might as well put Cannon on, needs game time. I want to see Cannon, I'm not going to deny it. Vardy will stay on till the 60th minute. He'll possibly come on then. He may be given a bit longer because of the game and who we're playing. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. The reason I don't think Cannon will come on is because just something that Enzo said during the during the press conference. He said he's got to be patient and he's got to wait his chance. Well, that doesn't sound like somebody that is, well, it's not that he's not chomping at the bit, but the fact that he's, doesn't sound like Enzo's got him in mind to sort of do anything or play-wise very quickly. So I'd love to see him on. Yeah, let's see what he's got. I'm a bit concerned. I mean, he did all right last season in this division at Preston, which is why he's gone for him, or why we bought him. We will see, as they say. Be interesting to see where it goes. Vestergaard and Faze have been our normal centre-back pairing, which is the only reason I thought Cody. Yeah, but I think Cody's got the experience. I want to see more of Cody, to be honest with you. He's done nothing wrong for me. The defender, as I say, the defender for me that is that if I was to take a defender off, it would be Vestergaard. I'm not going to lie to you, but look, I mean, it's not like this is Vardy's first game against Sheffield Wednesday. He's played 2 previously, so you've got that sort of give it to Vardy because of who it is. He's done it twice before. So, Stuart, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, not very impressive, and we are silly mistakes. I don't know. I think we got away with a bit of luck as well, Luke. I've got to be honest with you. And hi, Steve. How are you doing? 22 minutes. Ricardo lost the ball, and the shot went past the post for Sheffield Wednesday. I was on 22 seconds. On 4 minutes, Hermansen, a bad pass to Vestergaard. Sorry, let me get this right. Hermansen played a bad pass out. Sheffield Wednesday got the ball, should have scored, but Vestergaard was in the way. There was a much better start from Sheffield Wednesday. But they are going 5 at the back when they're defending. But we should be used to this, and we should be able to break this down. Hermansen saved from a free kick header as well. Fataru scored. Kashiday has been having an okay game. I don't think he's been having a bad game. He's been involved. He missed the header as the ball came across, and it fell to Fataru, who obviously put it away. That was on 22 minutes. 26 minutes, bad miss. And on 34 minutes, lost control, foul, yellow card. We are being so sloppy at the back. If we were playing like this against Ipswich, I think we would be struggling. I really do. They're out for the second half. So let me just put my hearing aids back in. And we're into the second half. No spoilers, remember, guys. I've gone 3-0, Simon, at the start of the game. Justin is on. Vardy is still on. Greg, yeah, I hadn't seen that, but I agree with you. So, Sheffield Wednesday here. So substitution. Faz is off. Whoa. Okay. Faz for Justin. Well, no, none of us went for that substitute, did we? I mean, Faz isn't naturally a left-sided player. But now Leicester, second half, they're in their orangey, yellowy orangey tops, white shorts, and yellowy orangey socks. So it's it's not an orange, I don't think, but there we go. Sheffield Wednesday in their normal strip of blue and white stripes, blue shorts, blue socks with white tops. And Leicester are kicking now from right to left. It would be towards the Kop if we were playing this, obviously, at Leicester, but we're not. And Sheffield Wednesday are now kicking, obviously, from left to right. So, like-for-like substitution at half-time. And in fairness, though, Faz, of course, did go down holding his knee in that first half. I want him to score. Like I say, it's not like it's the first time that he's played Sheffield Wednesday since he came to Leicester. We've done it. He's done it twice before. So, but it would be nice to see him score, obviously against his boyhood team. Yeah, Greg, he did. He actually took a knock in the first half. He was down. Most of that 3 minutes, I think, an injury time was from the for knock to phase. He had to sort of go off the pitch and come back on. So I think it's probably precautionary. And why not? Yeah. I've got the black and blue striped one, John. Hopefully getting this orange one. I've asked Santa for it. So I did get the red one, the new retro one. I've got another retro one that's coming in, but I got it delivered to the wrong address. So delivered to my old work address. Free kick. Fatawu here to take it on the left. Plays it back towards Mavadidi. Chips it into the box. Nobody there, though, that can get onto the end of Vestergaard's header. Oh, Mavadidi took it back, but he's lost it. But Leicester got it back. It's very scrappy at the moment. I think that's going to go out for a throw into Sheffield Wednesday. Only if I'm well. I'm struggling then, John. I'm struggling. $69 watching, 35 likes. You want to try and get the 35 likes up to 50 if we can by the end of the game, guys. Please help us out. It does really, really, really help the channel. We've got to ask Simon if I've been good. He's got the one that's got the direct word to people that can decide these things. Oh, no, that's Jesus, isn't it? Sorry. Santa. Sorry, Simon. Sorry. Have you put me on the good chart, Simon? It's a long ball up, hoofed up. Oh, two Sheffield Wednesday defenders going for it there. Justin tries to get it through to Fatawu. The throw in now to Leicester. Vestergaard getting some defending on. Justin now with the ball. Thank you, Simon. We had 7, I think, shots it was. Ricardo flicks it over now to Justin. Winks now. He gets it back across to Cody. Eunice, Ricardo. Back to Cody, who plays it back to Hermanson. Oh, Fatawu just can't. Can't get it past the Sheffield Wednesday player. Anyway, it's back with the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper. 5 minutes gone in this second half. Just played it. Still a little bit sloppy. Be interesting to see what difference Justin has on the defence. Cody was playing that Faz role now. Well, she was in the first half, really, wasn't he? On the right side of defence. Winks has it. Justin. Oh, tried to flick it over to Mavadidi. Just couldn't quite get it under control. Has it gone out? No, it's still in. But it's going to go all the way back to Vestergaard and clips it back to Hermansson. He clips it up. Justin heads it forward, but it's with Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, can't. Sheffield Wednesday, they're playing it to a player who had moved and he hadn't realised. And another throw in, one after the other now for Leicester. Do you know what? I think if we give anybody a spanking, we still get 3 points. If we won 1-0 or 9-0, we still only get the 3 points. Our goal difference is good enough. We won the Premier League with 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, didn't we? I think if we give somebody a spanking, let's say we win a game 5-0, it then makes you think, I think a little bit you're better than you think you are. Free kick to Sheffield Wednesday there. Cassidy was a judge to be holding the Wednesday player, which it kind of was really. So no, I don't think we necessarily will. Oh, hang on. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday there. He got the ball on a breakthrough. He could have had a shot, lined it up, thought about it, played it out to the left, and that's it up, right up and over the bar from the winger for Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, I think so. I think it gives us a... Oh, we've just beat that team 5-0, we beat... I was at Southampton funny enough, with Simon, who's in tonight, and we very easily beat Southampton 4-1. And, didn't it make any difference? A win's a win, so... Having said that, don't get me wrong, it's nice to see your team winning. There's a ball over the top now for Sheffield Wednesday. They've got it on this near side. Can't get it past James Justin, though. Tries it. Oh, James Justin sticks to his task, and it comes to Leicester. Eunice now loses the ball. And nobody really was up there with him, running for him. Bit of a walk. It was a fucking marathon, mate. I could have walked back to the pool from there. Most stupidest thing I've ever done. Nice of the guy to give me a lift, but I didn't think he realised how far away he'd parked. But that said, look, I was at the 9-1 when we beat Southampton. I was at the 5-3 when we beat Man United. It's great to get games like that. It really is. So, but like I say, sorry, I shouldn't have sworn to a man of the cloth there. Sorry. How's the mince pies going? I got to do what, Simon, Audi. They haven't had any of those gin mince pies since, but they had some rum ones. Lovely. They're struggling at the moment. Not sure what was going on there, but I tell you what, I don't know if you found it. It was mince pies with an icing topping. So it's up in the air. It's head tennis in the Leicester box at the moment. Winks, though. Lovely ball through to Vardy. Oh, it gets cut out, but it's still with Leicester now. Second string of players winging it through. Oh, my God, what was that? Fatawu. I mean, 35 yards out. There was plenty of options open to him. It takes a shot, and it goes high wide. It's true that, Luke, but like I said, I mean, we've got the best goal difference anyway at the moment in this division. But then again, look, you know, it's great to have players that are shooting. I think Fatawu made the wrong decision there, but look, he scored a goal. His confidence is up. Why not to go for it? You know, I can remember. Oh. Bannon now gets the second yellow card for Sheffield Wednesday. Was it a soft yellow card? I'm not sure. So it's a long ball up for Leicester, but Sheffield Wednesday deal with it. It's back with the Wednesday goalkeeper. 57 minutes gone, still 1-0. Oh. Just in there was covering that attack, but he fell over. So Sheffield Wednesday have it in the corner here on the near side. Does well to get out of the way of two Leicester players. Sheffield Wednesday still got the ball though, and now it's all the way back to the halfway line. Leicester doing the job well. Sheffield Wednesday now played it over to the far side. They're going to try and come down their left. Leicester's right, but it comes into the middle. Nobody's shutting the Sheffield Wednesday player down. Is he going to be... Oh, it's a lovely ball through there for Sheffield Wednesday. Crosses it in. Oh, a shot there from Sheffield Wednesday, but it was a daisy cutter. No power behind it and very easy. And Manson just goes down on his knees to collect the ball. After the previous murders, so it's back to Manson. Plays it forward. Ricardo. Oh, bad ball. He played it through, but it was a lovely ball through into open space, but nobody there. But now they haven't got it clear at all. Mavididi cut it in, cut the ball out, but it just didn't do anything with it. It was a poor clearance by Sheffield Wednesday. Went straight to Mavididi. But they got a throw in, Mavididi has, on the near side, near the corner flag. He's left it to Justin, who plays it to Mavididi. Who plays it back to Justin. Justin crosses it into the box. It's cleared by Sheffield Wednesday, though. Oh, well done. Now, great defending by Vestergaard. I've got to say, as much as I criticised him earlier, great defending. He lost out Winks. I thought Winks was about to go and pull him down, which would have got him a booking. He didn't, but Vestergaard came over. Now there's some changes coming for Leicester 3 by the look of it. But it was good. And Vestergaard just used his experience just to let the ball go out for a throw-in. It is, Luke. It is. So Fatawu is off. McAteer is on. Eunice is been replaced by Ndidi. And Cassidy is off for Dewsbury Hall. And I've got to say, if you are a Southampton, if you are a Sheffield Wednesday fan, yeah, Fatawu goes off, McAteer comes on, Eunice goes off, Ndidi comes on, and Cassidy comes off, and Dewsbury Hall comes on. That is some good changes. We made 4 out of 5 changes here. That's on the 60 minute, 59 minutes, 60 minutes now. Sheffield Wednesday are making a substitution. So we're bringing the big guns on, as in Ndidi and Dewsbury Hall. Fatawu scored the goal. Well done. I love mince pies and custard. It is, John, but as Simon says there, definitely quality changes. 84 in, 42 likes. Come on, guys. Help the channel out here. The throw into Leicester back again in this far corner. It was taken. The earlier throw was taken, but this is another one. I'm not sure, Nate. I think if he scores, he comes off. At the moment, we can't get it out. It's scrambling down there at the moment. I think if Vardy scores, then it does come off. But of course, what I like and what I said the other day is when we played Watford, 4 changes out of 5, keep 1 change back. Look what happened. Their goalkeeper got sent off, and they had to put somebody else, a defender, in goal. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, you can see he's fresh. Runs through. Vardy flips it back now to McAteer. Ricardo now pushes it in, and it's a header in there from Vardy, but there wasn't really any strength behind it. It was quite a way out, and it was straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Yeah, the goalkeeper had no worries. He didn't even really have to move. No, it's 5, Greg. It's 5. We've made 4. We made 1 at half time. It's a through ball from Sheffield Wednesday, but it goes all the way through to Hermansen. So Justin now on the left, on for Wout Faes. Winks back to Hermansen. Hermansen again. 63 minutes gone. The moment everybody's playing 1-2 with Hermansen. Can Leicester finally play it out? Very much feel like this tonight. There's a corner for Ndidi. Indeed, John. That's another corner to Leicester. The cross was headed out from corner from Dewsbury Hall. The Leicester end does look busier. It does look fuller. Justin got onto the end of the corner, but it was high up in the air, going nowhere. Bounced down, and the Wednesday goalkeeper easily collected it. Shrewsbury Hall, good play there. Ricardo. Mavadidi now got the pat. Oh, was that a free kick? No, it's not been given. Indeed, he played it through there to Mavadidi. That's going to be difficult. Indeed, to Mavadidi. So we followed Leicester too long, Jeff. That's what it is. We're very old in the tooth. Vestergaard now. More positive from Leicester at the moment. Indeedy now. Out to Mavadidi. Oh. He was running for the free kick there, but he ran into the Sheffield Wednesday defender. Now, that was no decision there for the referee. Now, Sheffield Wednesday can break. That's a free kick. No! No! The referee's not giving it! Oh, okay. I thought he got pushed over there, the Sheffield Wednesday player, but the referee said no. We do get late goals a lot, Leicester, of course. So let's not panic too much, Jeff. Oh, Vardy falls over, but I don't think he was going to get the ball anyway from the from the play through. Blackburn are now 3-1 up against Birmingham. They got a couple of quick goals. Leeds 3-1 up against Swansea. Southampton 1-0 up against Bristol City. Huddersfield 2-1 up against Sunderland. So cutting Sheffield Wednesday even more adrift. Ipswich still 3-0 up against Millwall. Oh, indeedy. Right, over the bar from Indeedy, 25 yards out. No, it was a very, very wide in the end. It wasn't as close, I think, as the commentator thought. But why not? You know, Indeedy's got a couple this season. Excuse me. I got a bad cough. So it's still 1-0. Now, Sheffield Wednesday are breaking. Played it out. I wasn't quite into the path of the Sheffield Wednesday play. He can't get the ball into the box, but he can now. It was off the back of the Leicester defender, but then it was headed clear by another defender. McAteer is having to be back defending now. And he gives away a corner. But well defended there by McAteer. 95 watching. 48 likes. Just two more, guys, and we've hit the 50. The corner to Sheffield Wednesday on the far side. Played short. It's going to be chipped in now. Oh, and it's headed away by Justin from another corner this side of the near side. 49. We've gone up one. Thank you, guys. And we've done the 50. I will give you a rest now, guys. Thank you very, very much. 50 likes. I say likes do help the channel. So it's a short corner. And it's back to the corner take. He plays it in. And has a shot, really. I don't know if that was an intended shot, but it was straight down the throat of Hermanson. So, Leicester break on the far side. 52 likes. Gentlemen and ladies, you are very, very kind. Thank you. Ronald, thank you, sir. It's 53 actually now. Appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Oh, good tackle there. Oh, Oh, Vardy, is that a penalty? No. There was a nudge. Referee wasn't interested. He didn't even take a look. Mavididi, lovely ball through. Penalty not given, and that probably was the right decision. Lee Peltier for Sheffield Wednesday. Is that the Lee Peltier that used to play for Leicester? He must be about 70 now. Another change here for Sheffield Wednesday. So Winks. Oh, Winks, lovely ball. Indeed, he crosses it over. Oh, offside flag went up. We do, Jeff. We do. Oh, good defending there by Ricardo. Oh, that's going to be a free kick to Leicester. It was hauled down. Mavididi. Sorry, McAteer. Having a bit of a run in with the Sheffield Wednesday player. So Leicester now trying to break out down the far side. Dewsbury Hall plays it across to Vestergaard. Vestergaard out to Justin on this near side. He plays it inside to Harry Winks. Ricardo Winks. Cody. 73 minutes gone. Oh, Vardy, he's edged off it again. It was a lovely through ball. Vardy running, but the Sheffield Wednesday defender just got his elbows in front of him. Was able to just keep him away. Well, he pushed him. He pushed him. But anyway, it was dealt with. It's still 1-0 to Leicester. Where's that going to go? It's gone Sheffield Wednesday's way on the far side, throw in inside their own half. 15 and a half minutes left to play. Within those 20 minutes, Jeff, are we going to see a second goal? Don't forget, you can become a member. It's £1.99. Details of how to sign up are below. Just give you the chance to come on and be part of the show. That's what Luke did from Leicester City Down Under. He became a member and he's now a regular presenter on this very show with us. I think he might be coming on at full time. £1.99 a month. There's a quiz every month in the... I've started it up again once a month. Name the player on the YouTube posts. Oh, Justin can't quite play the 1-2 with Ndidi that he tried. Jeff, mate, you and me both. I've dropped down the league like Everton being deducted points. Leicester get the ball because Wednesday give it away, then we nearly give it away, then we have given it away, then we got it back again. It's all very scrappy at the moment. All very scrappy. Oh, indeed, lovely ball into him. He just couldn't control it in the box. They are saying on the commentary that the second goal is coming. I'm not totally convinced. I feel like I should be Donald Trump. End it now. McAteer loses it, though. He fell over his own feet there, but it was a good tackle. Wasn't a free kick. It's Sheffield Wednesday now. Great, but Hermansen is way out of his box and kicks it clear for a throw-in to Sheffield Wednesday. I do love this sponsor on the Sheffield Wednesday shirts. Hard to see because it's blue and white on blue and white, but it says A up. I don't know, Bowo. I'm certainly not confident of it. Glad it wasn't just me that didn't agree with them. So Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, the ball goes through, but it's kicked away by Hermansen after an interception by Justin. But they've still got it, haven't got it clear like Leicester. Oh! Ricardo there. Oh! Yannick Vestergaard, what a good block. I think if we were up against a team that wasn't Sheffield Wednesday, as in a team further up the league, we might have struggled tonight. So they're making 2 substitutions. It's been a half of substitutions here. Started at half time with obviously Fast going off and Justin coming on. Not really. This is a watch along, Greg. We don't really have a chance to talk about that. We did discuss it. If you go back onto the Let's Talk Leicester. Oh, indeed. Lovely ball out now. McAteer picks it up on the far side. What can he do with it? Wednesday back in numbers. Oh. He tried to go himself. Maybe there was a pass was the better option. Yeah, if you check the last Let's Talk Leicester, Greg, you'll see we did a section on that in the last show. Check that out. It's under the pick or it's under LCFC subheadings on the YouTube homepage. Simon. Thank you, sir. I wish I was getting a little bit more excited because I had more goals to celebrate. Very much, Ronaldo. Very much. Ronaldo? Ronald, sorry. Leicester now defending. Having to defend, but getting it out now to Cody on the far side. Cody, KDH, Cody, Ricardo now. Winks, short pass, back out to Cody. Back out to Dewsbury Hall, who seems to be all over the place. He seems to be playing that that sort of role at the moment. A lovely ball across to Mavadidi, who takes it down well. Back to Justin, who plays it back to Vestergaard. Oh, bit of a nice run from Vestergaard there. Oh. Do they keep saying Peltier? Because I can't see him on the screen. And if so, is he the ex-Leicester City player, Peltier? McAteer now. Oh, there's a poor cross. It was I think it was Vardy in the box there, but it was way over his head. Throw into Leicester on the halfway line. I can't see Peltier anywhere on the... Yeah. Is that him? Is that him, Greg? I thought he must be about 70 by now. It's got to be a different one, surely. Shrewsbury Hall. Throw into Leicester. Inside the Sheffield Wednesday half on the far side. Donaldinho. Oh, McAteer, lovely ball over, but McAteer, how did he miss it? Oh, the bloody hell did he miss that? Oh. Oh, it was a lovely ball chopped over from Vardy, who kept the ball in. Let's have a look. I mean, Vardy, he should not have got that. It was bad defending. Oh, and it was into the path straight of 82 minutes into the path of McAteer, but he didn't quite connect with it. So another substitution, our fifth and final. Ricardo is coming off, and Chowdhury is coming on. So I think Chowdhury is being brought on just to settle that midfield down for the last 8-10 minutes. Yeah, Greg. I think he left us to go to Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, is it Simon? Sorry. But he keeps saying Peltier. I don't know who he is. He's not even on the team details for Sheffield Wednesday. $36. My God. Thought he'd be a lot older than that. Do they keep saying Peltier, though, or am I mishearing something? Anyway, Chowdhury with the throw in. On the pitch now, just to keep that midfield. Oh! No. Leicester had a chance to get through, but unfortunately, Shrewsbury Hall didn't quite able to get to it. It was played back, a long ball clearance from the goalkeeper for Leicester. But now, Wilfred Ndidi. He gets it to Mavadidi. Winks. Justin. Winks. Yannick Vestergaard. Oh, he's pulled back there, but he's kept control of the ball. Justin plays it forward. Ndidi. Mavadidi. Oh, Vardy. It's like Vardy's going to have to play his offside. Vardy's going to play the full 90. No, I'm sure it's a Sheffield. Oh, I've no idea. I'm old. My hearing's going along with everything else. Oh, be careful here, Sheffield Wednesday. They do break down the far side, but they can't keep it in. It's out for Leicester throw-in. Coming up to the 85th minute. Connor Cody to take the throw-in for Leicester. No. Up to the halfway line. He throws it up to Chowdhury, who will take the throw-in on the halfway line. Chowdhury, of course, signed a new contract earlier in the season. was written off by Rodgers, went out to Watford on loan, came back, played well, and was given an extended contract, which, I think is the correct decision. I think he's a great squad player. But anyway, Sheffield Wednesday now. Oh, it was a header there by the header out by Cody, but it went to a Sheffield Wednesday player. But he put it in row double Z, to be honest with you. And my stream's gone. No, my stream's back. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Vardy runs it down, but the goalkeeper's got it well covered. Oh, Chowdhury. Good job he's alert, Hermanson. He kicks it all the way upfield to his opposite number, but Chowdhury tried to head it back in fairness to the goalkeeper. Ronald, I'm sorry, I will argue with you on that. He had to do that. Oh, very Johnson now for. Oh, good save! It was a daisy cutter all the way through the defence from the far side of the box, but it's straight into Hermanson arms. Look, Chowdhury did that free kick away, but Vestergaard played him into trouble. If he hadn't given that free kick away, was that the right game? Is that the same game? Vestergaard, I know at one point Vestergaard played Chowdhury into trouble. Chowdhury had to give away the free kick because the Borough player would have been through. So I won't personally blame Chowdhury for that. In fact, if anything, I blame Vestergaard. Leicester throw. Sheffield Wednesday are arguing. They feel it's their throw, but it's not. It's given to Leicester. Justin taking his time. Vestergaard just lets the ball go out for a throw-in on this near side. Yeah, Justin waiting for the ball. Vestergaard walks away, and it's down to one of the ball boys to try and keep the game going. Vardy flicks it on, but it goes all the way back to the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper. I say, I again, boohoo. I think Chowdhury's all right for what he does. Oh, indeed, he's got two Sheffield Wednesday players on him. He does lose out, but there was 2 against 1 there. It's a long ball up by the goalkeeper. Cody header clears it, but it's going to a Sheffield Wednesday player. They're throwing everything now. The kitchen sink. If Leicester get a break on, we could see that second goal, but we've got to get the ball and we've got to get the break on. But we're forcing them back here at the moment. So it's a chip over the top from Sheffield Wednesday. Chowdhury, good defending there. Good defending. It's out for throw-in. But with 30 seconds of normal time left. Wednesday have it. Oh! Lucky there, Leicester. KDH was sloppy there, and it's a corner here for Sheffield Wednesday. 90 minutes have gone. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and injury time. No, breakaway from Leicester there. Dewsbury Hall didn't quite have the legs to break clear. He went down, so did the Wednesday player. Nothing given either side. So, 4 minutes. Probably more than I would have thought, Ronald. Mavadidi there, having to could be back defending. No, free kick to Sheffield Wednesday now. Off Mavadidi. Oh. Leicester are holding on here. We've made hard work of it. Leicester at the moment just can't get this ball away. It's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. The high ball up. It's hooked up and under by Sheffield Wednesday. Oh. Sheffield Wednesday have got it in injury time. A late equaliser. It was coming. It was coming. It was an up and under. They won it first. They ran through. Cody, if anything, not watching what was going on. And the player ran between Cody and ran between Vestergaard. Well, I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, I think, Ronald, I think you could, and Boohoo, wasn't not a surprise. Jeff Hendrick on 93 minutes. What did we say at the start about Leicester and Banana Skin? Dewsbury Hall now running down towards the line, but no, did good defending there. It was a throw into Leicester. Sheffield Wednesday fans are desperate for this to end now. Dewsbury Hall can't control it. So had two balls on the pitch at one point there. So we've got a free kick on the near side, on the edge of the box. This is, well, this could be the decider. Can Leicester get anything from this? I doubt it. And it's going to be the last chance. There's 95.5 minutes gone. There was 4 minutes worth of stoppage time. Obviously, that was extended because of the goal. Dewsbury Hall clips it up. Vestergaard! Oh. There we go, full time, everybody.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Well, I don't believe it.
I actually do. I actually do believe it. You could see it coming. You really, really could. Was there 20-odd teams different between us and them? I don't think there was. I really don't. Did they deserve it, Sheffield Wednesday? No, we didn't play well enough. We just did not play well enough. Let's have a look what everybody is saying. Elizabeth Fox is saying disappointing. Yeah, I think it was. I think that's a understatement, to be honest with you. But I know where you're coming from, Elizabeth. Jeff, we have to do a lot better against West Brom. Our first draw of the season. The league provided a lot of surprising results. Look, it is. It's a weird division, but yes, it's our first draw of the season. Not good enough tonight. Feel scary for the supporters and feel sorry for the supporters who made the journey to Sheffield. Not a long journey though, is it, with Sheffield? This is why scoring once is not enough. The opposition are always in the game. They are. Agree. How the hell did we cheer that night, Simon? Why is he not giving Cannon a go? I don't know. Fresh striker on the bench. I think he was I think he was being too kind to Vardy there, as much as he was giving him, wasn't he? He was giving him the the game against his former team. But you can't do that, all the time. We've got to improve our attack in the window. And why hasn't Cannon been used again, Simon? I don't know. 4 points out of the last 4 points out of the last possible 16. Not good. A lot of disillusioned fans. We've been awful all night. We have. I don't know. I think Brad might be glad that he didn't get to see that, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What I'm sure he's still got something to say though. Over to you, Brad.
What an absolute shit show that was. I got to listen to the second half, and I'm thinking of emailing Foxes up for a refund of £4.50 for the audio version, because that was absolutely... Let's put it this way. If that wasn't Sheffield Wednesday, we'd have lost. We were awful. And a team that offered, team bottom of the league, we talked before the game, banana skin, it's on a potential. And I think we're actually sat here very, very relieved that we didn't lose that game, because whilst Hermadsen didn't have too much to do in that second half, the fact that they were still in the game come 90 minutes is absolutely unforgivable. If you're going to get out of this division and you're going to show the teams in the division above you what you're capable of, you need to brush teams like that aside. I don't care if they came at us like they did. We need to find. I always say, Chris, good teams will win the game and then do whatever, but great teams will find a way to win when they're not playing well. And for the first time tonight, Leicester didn't deserve anything from a game. They were awful. That game nearly put me to sleep.
I wouldn't say it's the first time we haven't deserved anything from a game this season. I'm just going to quickly run through it. The full times are coming in. Blackburn 4, Birmingham 2, Leeds 3, Swansea 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Leicester 1, Southampton 1, Bristol City 0, Sunderland 1, Huddersfield 2, Ipswich 3, Millwall 1. Let me just bring the table up because, yes, it's doom and gloom. Of course it is after a performance like that. But there's the... sorry, just getting a message from Luke there. We're still top. It looks like, obviously, Ipswich look like they're going to win. They're second. We're still 9 points. Is it ahead of Leeds United?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, but this was a chance to make a statement.
8 points.
And we've missed a chance to make a statement of intent, because if you win tonight, you keep that 10 points. And I'm a little bit concerned because before the game, we looked at the team, didn't we, Chris?
Well, let me sorry to interrupt you there because we've got Kate on. She is there somewhere.
Hi, I'm here.
Sure, she smiles and we'll see her white teeth. Yeah, I mean, Brad said first time he felt he didn't deserve anything from the game.
Say it again, sorry.
Brad was saying that he didn't think we deserved anything from the game.
No, I'm inclined to agree, to be honest. I thought Sheffield Wednesday were the better team. I thought we didn't create enough again, which is a real concern. It's happened probably 4 or 5 games now. We're just not creating enough. And they were at us. We've kind of been busted in that regard a little bit, that we like to keep the ball at the back and pass it round a bit and like to take our time in the build-up. And teams just want to press us in that gap between defence and midfield, and that's exactly what they were doing. And causing us all kinds of problems, particularly in the first half an hour. And we're taking needless, risky chances and presenting them with some really good opportunities, which a better, more confident team would have punished us completely, and we could have been 2 or 3 down in the first half, I think. But yeah, we just weren't at it at all today.
If we play like that against West Brom, Kate, we're going to get stuffed, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we are. But I don't, when KDH and Ndidi came on, you sense the balance came back in the side a bit, in the middle in particular, because I thought Winks was quality tonight, but he needed assistance, and Wolf and KDH coming on brought that class and quality and balance across the team. But I don't really know why they were left out in the first place, because this was no easy task tonight. They're fighting for their lives. They've got a new manager who didn't stop, by the way, on the touchline. He was relentless on the touchline, screaming from dawn till dusk he was. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought real mixed feeling about it, to be honest. I wasn't sure whether it was just complacency or whether we just got it completely wrong in the setup.
With about 85 minutes gone, the commentators on the screen said, and we've talked about Leicester here, said you can see the second goal coming. And I must admit, I actually said, and somebody else said it in the chat, like, is he watching a different game?
Yeah, I agree, and I don't know whether you guys saw it more, but with Hamza coming on, that was such an odd change. I'm not quite sure why he came on, because he made a few silly errors, which Hamza can do on the ball, which caused a bit of panic in the team a bit as well. And obviously Mavadidi giving away the stupid, needless free kick, really. I felt like when the guy stood up and showed how much injury time was to come, we panicked a bit. As soon as it ticked over 90, we went into panic mode and we couldn't clear our lines. And Sheffield Wednesday just capitalised on that, really. I thought we looked really unprofessional for us tonight, lacking that sort of professional quality that we've had. And it was, concerning performance, really.
Would you agree with that, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I had terrible issues the first half, didn't get to see or hear any of it, and it sounds like I missed the only decent thing that Leicester did by sticking the ball in the back of the net. But the second half was just like, you've said it a few times, Chris, throughout the season, which team was top and which team was at the bottom, because you could have fooled a neutral into thinking Sheffield Wednesday must have been having a good season. What? Is everything all right?
I think that could be me that is freezing.
You're not freezing our end. Well, you're not freezing my end, mate.
No, me neither.
No, I saw the sign come up. My internet's been a bit funny. Let me turn a few things off.
A bit like Leicester's performance. Your Wi-Fi's just being as...
Actually like Leicester's performance.
I know. Yeah, I just don't get it, because you looked at the changes and the only surprise one was we didn't go with a left back. And I did think that was a bit weird. And this maybe shows why I don't understand why we discarded two left backs so quickly and didn't think we might need a third. I mean, obviously you can't predict the future. We didn't know Doyle was going to get injured so badly, but you still like to have necessary cover. So I don't understand this. Maybe the honeymoon period is well and truly over these last 4 weeks, these last 4 games, because I'm starting to look at Enzo and go, okay, the hype's over now, mate. What are you actually capable of doing? Because, like someone said, 4 games, 4 points. That's not promotion form. That's hanging on by the skin of your teeth form. That really is shocking. And like Kate said, what are we expecting every team to play is from now on to play like Watford? Because if it's Watford, play like that, that's the only way we're going to win. Because the last 3 games, if you take Watford out of the equation, Chris, Leeds, Millwall, why am I saying Millwall? Leeds, Middlesbrough, and Sheffield Wednesday tonight. How many shots have we had against them all collectively?
I'm going to move on because I want to try and involve Kate more while she's here, because she's not going to be with us for over long. Kate, I mean, he made the change at half time. Again, all the other substitutions, and he did go for 5 in the end. We're all like for like. I think Faye's got a knock, didn't he? I think that's why he was swapped at half time, because he went down in the first half. I thought we looked better with Justin. Vestergaard had an awful match, I've got to say. And that's me saying that. Yeah. He was absolutely goddamn awful.
And he could have saved it at the death as well, because that was sweet header.
Yes, he was. He did, and then I would have been saying what a marvellous player he is again. But no, but he
No, but I mean that was another chance. It was a great opportunity. It was a free header, and he missed it.
Yes,
You've got to score. You've got to score from there.
But did you not think the whole defence was bad? I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
To me, Vestergaard.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 2 minutes in, they nearly scored, didn't they?
22 seconds.
Was the first. Was it 22 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, what the hell is going on? That was right in front of us. Yeah, I thought the whole defence was it just looked shaky, and there was a point where Mads was out of his goal, completely out of his goal, towards the byline almost, at the penalty area, and he's passing across his goal.
Yeah.
And like, what's going on? Like, stop! They're there. They're waiting for that mistake to happen. They were on it all game in that regard, really sort of pressing us on that fringe of the area, and we just kept playing into their hands a bit. And we can't be cocky like that. We're not as good as we think we are in that respect. We're not Manchester City.
No.
You just got to keep it simple and just keep to what you're good at. Like we've said numerous times on programmes in the past, that's what made Wes Morgan and Heath so great, because they just knew their capabilities and kept within them and played the simple ball when it was on.
Yes, yeah.
You don't sort of try and do tippy-tappy, attractive, fancy football when you've got 3 guys on you.
I'm going to dread asking you this, but I will do before I let you go. Man of the match?
I thought Winks played really well, and I think Ricky P played quite well. But I'll probably go for Winks, man of the match tonight.
And this is what I'm dreading. Your rating out of 10 for the performance?
Oh gosh, I'd go for a 3.
Ooh! Oh! Ouch!
Yeah.
Ouch! Oof!
What was the percentage possession in the end?
Sorry?
What was the percentage possession in the end?
You're asking me that. I've shut that window down. We probably have in this because we were passing it around the back so much.
Yeah, I thought it was 74 at one point. I think that was half time.
I'll just check the BBC Leicester page, which while I'm mentioning it, if you want to check it every Tuesday afternoon, there's a fans' voice section on there now.
Oh, okay.
Which is just that I'd mention that to everybody whilst I was there.
Cool.
Bottom side, Sheffield Wednesday snatch draw with Leicester. It says possession 68%. We had 12 shots, they had 14, but look, they got a point. They probably deserved it. Kate, have a safe journey back. I know you're really, really.
Thank you.
Do not do anything silly, and we'll
I won't do.
All right then. Take care.
See you next week. All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Oh, let me just lose. Sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I just wanted to, because I know she's obviously once she gets back to the car, she shoots off home. 3. Wow. For the performance. I suppose it's difficult. Are you able to give a vote? I mean, you didn't really see the game, did you?
Mate, if I'm going off a second half, Kate's given 3 more points than I would because I thought they were dreadful. I think the passing was sloppy. And look, he'll never watch it. And I don't blame him because why would you watch fans and listen to our opinions when it comes to tactics and managers and doing a job that you do? But Enzo Maresca, we were asking this question for 18 months or more off Brendan Rodgers. And I apologise. Swearing is about to occur because I need to say it with some aggressive tone so you get it through that bold head of yours. Where's the fucking plan B? For me, it's a 0, Chris, because there was no plan B. There needs to be a plan B tonight, and all he did was, I haven't got a spare left back, so let's put an extra centre back on there that has never played left back in his entire career. It's like Brendan Rodgers putting Ndidi at centre back. Where's the fucking plan B? Where's the shuffling? Where's the... I said I didn't make substitutions against Middlesbrough because I didn't like to make like for likes, but all I've ever done since and beforehand is make fucking like to like changes. How about I get my finger out my arse, I don't put Chowder on and add another midfielder on, maybe I just do this crazy thing called I take a winger off, move the other winger into midfield so we got our body there, and I put a striker on. Maybe I use one of my 2 strikers on the bench. I am sick of asking managers of this fucking football club to change things up and give us a plan B. It is ridiculous. The honeymoon's over. Great, we're top of the league. Great, we still got a lead. That's great. What happens when we lose Ndidi and Ian Acho? What happens when Wings picks up another suspension? What happens when Vardy gets an injury over Christmas? Because let's remember, you check Vardy's track record. He goes quiet in front of goal over December. So what? We're going to chuck Tom Cannon into 6 or 7 games in a row when he's not had a minute under his belt? Get a second plan. Start using it.
I actually said a while ago, and it was kind of tongue in cheek, but I said Palmer sacked him after 12 games. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying here we go, we should sack him, but full enough, we've now played 18 games and we are starting to question, which we always will do after a loss. You know, we're not going to sit here and go, yeah, all right, that was fun, wasn't it? We deserve, you know, bow up, we'll see you next week. You know, we're going to criticise more when you lose. It's the nature of the beast. But like you say, I'm just wondering if true colours are coming out now.
The one tactic wonder, mate, is what we're seeing right now. Prove me wrong, Enzo. Please prove us all wrong, because I can't be the only one. Maybe not as melodramatic, not as dramatic as me, maybe not as vengeful as me, but I'm pretty sure that people in the comment section must be sat there thinking, yeah, we do. We need a plan B, because everything we're saying is right. When teams come at us, we panic. When teams come at us, it's like, no, you're not playing football the way we want you to play football, so our way works. Well, play a different way then. Because we would have messed up their new manager's plans had we come at them with an attacking formation. Why can't we go 4-3? Why can't we go 4-4-2? Do a Mike Bassett or something? Why don't we go 4-3-1-2? Pack the midfield. Mavididi apparently is a forward. According to his description and his stats, he is a forward. That means to me that he can play on a particular side, probably better than he can the others. That's why he's on the left side, and he can play down the middle. So why aren't we going 4-3-1-2? Why aren't we playing Mavididi in behind Ian Acho and Vardy? Why aren't we changing something up? Because when it's not working on the width and we're getting overrun by fucking bottom of the league, surely the idea would be to have a situation where we go, ha ha ha, you think this is all we can do? You come off. You've had a good game, but I'm bringing you off. I mean, what manager takes off our goal scorer? Did he take Vardy off after missing 2 sitters against Watford? No, he kept him on. But he takes off our only our goal scorer. I'm sorry, but the sun don't shine up Mavadidi's arse. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Fatu had a goal in him and that was it, and he did sod all. But why is the other winger not coming off? He never seems to take Mavadidi off, no matter how he does in the game, whether it's good or bad. And I haven't mentioned Mavididi in a good way in the last 3 or 4 games, Chris. Why is he taking a goal-scoring winger off?
Is that me freezing or is it Brad freezing?
A little bit of buff in my end as well that time. But I am seeing you
frozen on me, so I'm not sure whether he's frozen on anybody else or not.
If you can hear me in the comments, let us know.
All right. Look, we'll catch up with some comments because they've been flying in. And then there's some points that I'll throw past you, Brad. I'll just rush through these. Stuart says they wanted it more. You probably won't be not wrong there. Luke says sums up the championship. It does. It does. By the way, I should just say Ipswich have finished. It is 3-1 that they finished.
3-1. Okay, that's the last result I can write down.
There's the table.
Well, I've got more points than Leicester tonight.
Boohoo said we should have lost 3-1. Yeah, a good point, Boohoo. Luke, no, Ipswich, no, they've played that game, Luke. They don't have the game in hand anymore. They've played the same as everybody else, 18. No one fears us anymore. Pass around the back and build up for what? Leicester down under. Luke, he can't make it in. He fell asleep, so he didn't see all. He probably saw less of the game than you did. Cassidy was poor and lost patience with him. Stop playing him and don't buy him. Wolves, I'm a bit confused here. Total choke job team, just don't score enough anymore. But I don't think you're a Wolves fan. I think you called Wolves 1901, but I think you're actually a Leicester fan because of a comment that's coming up in a minute. Boo, we look like the team that was knackered. Derek, we are gradually getting worse. Nope, Chris, it was the team that was freezing. Now, Wolf said, just awful. Why can't we break teams down? That's the comment that makes me think you're actually a Leicester fan. I don't know. Bob, Ipswich, is just agreeing with me. How can Enzo justify not giving Daka a chance? He can't. I can't see what Enzo is trying to do, but we don't have the players. Jesse, hi Jesse, how you doing? Welcome along. What an embarrassing display. West Brom a big favourite Saturday. Probably a good point, Derek. Ipswich and Leeds score for fun. Jeff says, and then we call up. Hopefully, our manager and players will look at that performance and be determined that it's not a repeat against West Brom. It's the same performance will beat Trounce. Look, I said it is a possible banana skin right at the start, didn't I? Leicester, I'm 62 and I've seen Leicester do this many, many times. I mean, we struggled against Rotherham, we struggled against QPR, and we've struggled against, let's face it, we should have probably ended up with a draw against QPR. Got a draw today. We've not done well against the bottom three teams at all. That is Leicester teamed up. But as you can see there, Leicester are top with 43, Ipswich 42, Leeds 45. We've still got a plus 21 goal difference. Then you've got Leeds, Southampton, West Brom, Hull and Blackburn. Okay. Who was your man of the match, just very quickly?
The away fans. Can I give it to the fans for turning up to that and watching that shower of shite in the freezing cold?
Because obviously you weren't able to watch it. So
yeah. I couldn't give it to a player, to be honest with you, for what I was able to hear of it. But
from what I saw, I have gone with I've given them a performance of 5 because there was that sort of 20-30 minutes in the second half we were on top. But I'm giving them I'm not. No, I'm going to take it down. I was going to do 5, but I'm going to take it down to 4, which was my first thought. So I've gone down to 4. I've given man of the match to Winks because, again, he put in an all-over-the-pitch performance, and that's the only reason. Okay, let's go through this. I just want to make a note of something down the bottom here. Okay, so like I say, FaZe. I don't know why FaZe was put out on the left and Justin was dropped. Justin's young enough to be able to play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. But I think he got that knock in the first half, so I understood him coming off. And I thought we looked a bit better at the back, to be honest with you, when Justin came on, because that's more of his role. Fatawu taken off for McAteer. Could be honest with you, a little bit surprised. Like you said, he's the goal scorer. Eunice for Ndidi. I don't know why I put that down. Oh, yes, because that was the substitution, wasn't it? Ndidi, again, Eunice did nothing wrong. So it was a bit of a strange one. And I've got to be careful here because I've been screaming out, look, we've got 5 subs. Why don't we make 5 subs? Even if you're doing a bit of a like for like, it's still a different player that will bring something different. Cassidy, Dewsbury Hall. Cassidy, to me, watching that game as I did, I won't go as far as Luke. He was just nondescript.
Yeah, again, I only was able to listen to the second half. I wasn't able to do. Oh, excuse me. See, they've upset my indigestion system, Leicester. They make me burp and everything. But I'm just not overawed with them, are you? Normally with a lone player, you want them to do something to stand out because you're thinking, oh, this could be a player we get in and we get a good performance out of him without paying a fee and then we can sort that out afterwards sort of thing. And I'm not enamoured with him. I'm really not. And it's not in the case of he's gone under the radar and he's had a really good game because he's not had much to do or he's been dealing with things off the ball that we're not really seeing because like we've had this comparison before, people go to the game, see it all, we only see what the cameras allow us to see, or in my case, no cameras at all. It's just listening to Jerry Taggart. But I'm not enamoured by him. I asked you the question at the pre-show: if I had to cancel a loanee's loan, which one would it be? Right now, it'd be Cassaday's, and this was a performance. And again, I agree with you. Luke was a bit harsh to him. I don't think he was awful, but he ain't pulling up. You know, he ain't pulling magic tricks, is he? You know what I mean? He isn't wowing anybody right now. And I don't, is he the centre midfield version of Cengiz Under? Because he's so indifferent, isn't he? Comes off the bench, he seems a different player. And I suppose the most frustrating thing, now I've calmed down and you let me have that 1 minute, 2 minute rant about the tactics and that. What really frustrated me today is we've seen what these players that have started today, that didn't start at the weekend, are capable of doing. And this is why I feel like for like only works for a little bit. It only works to a point. You put on Vardy, you put on Iheanacho. There's a difference. It's like for position, but you get two different strikers. When you take Cassaday off and put Shrewsbury Hall on, technically ability wise, you're probably getting a different player because KDH is a better player than Cassaday, and so is Ndidi. That's just how I see them. But in terms of what they actually are supposed to be doing on the pitch, they get the ball in the middle, they drive forward with it. All three of them do the same role. Atgun's the same. So they're the like for likes that don't change. And that's why I'm so infuriated that they didn't really give us something to chirp about from their performance and give Enzo a headache going into Saturday's game against West Brom. But also, B, what is the point in changing that personnel? Because the team will go, okay, yeah, it's a little bit better quality, but he's only going to do the same as what we've been dealing with all night, so we'll just be extra caution around him. If you put somebody else on and all of a sudden you notice a change in shape, you're going to be like, okay. Now, they'll be looking at the manager because they're low on confidence. They won't feel like they can handle it themselves. Like, oh, God, Leicester changed shape. Do I go to him? Do I still follow him? Do you want me to? By the time that message gets out, Leicester could have caused chaos and scored a couple of goals. And it's, like I said, mate, I don't know if the mental trauma of Brendan Rodgers never having a plan B in his entire time at Leicester has completely mentally traumatised me. But we just need a plan B. Please, Enzo, give us a plan B. Give us an outlet that when you make these changes, it actually feels like you're not just changing piece A for a shinier piece A. You're actually changing the complexion of how we're going to go about things.
Yeah. I've got to say, I mean, Terry says here, Vestergaard got us out of the mire a few times. Yes, he did, but then he got us into it a few times as well. What do you think about this? The players are being constrained by the Enzo system. I mean, it wasn't so long ago. We're going up playing the Enzo way. Again, are we sort of jumping off the cliff before we need to?
A little bit, yeah. But for me, I kind of get it because I do feel like I've said this the last few games. And I even said it against Watford. I feel like sometimes, yes, the players take the sensible option to not listen to us folk in the crowd when we're shouting shoot when they're 30 yards out. They're still trying to work the ball. But I do feel sometimes they pass up the opportunity to shoot, or they don't make I wouldn't say risky pass, but a more challenging pass to maybe play someone through that's running through and would be through on goal because it's safer to play the pass to Ndidi or Mavadidi out left or go back to Vestergaard, because if you make that extravagant pass and get it wrong, Enzo's going to be furious with you. I don't know the man personally, and I've never sat in the dressing room. I'd love to be a fly in the dressing room to see how he handles players when they're not playing his specific way. But you do get that little bit of fear in you that players maybe don't want to go against what they're told because they're maybe scared of the repercussions if it goes wrong. And sometimes, even watching highlights of games that we've won, Chris, I've watched us have a chance in that highlight, and I've gone, it's a good chance. But if he'd have played that pass, if he hits that ball past that defender, he's putting Vardy through, or he's putting KDH would have been through. He should have gone that way. And if you watch some of the replays back, you even see sometimes the player will look and go as if he's kind of going, oh, no, it's too risky. I'll go backwards. I don't want to mess it up because if I mess it up, I'm going to get shouted at or something. You know what I mean? It almost looks like the players are mentally thinking, no, too risky. Safe is the way we're told. I think we need to be a bit more adventurous. We're top of the league, for crying out loud. We should play with a bit of swagger.
Well, okay, I'll let me take you up on that note. Should we play with a bit of swagger? And I see where you're coming from. Fatu, having scored the goal, seemed to think that he was going to get a hat trick today because he was shooting from all over the place when there were passes on. I mean, one of them he put in. Well, he did not just in row ZZ. It went in ZZ, Z and Z. It was that. But he'd scored a goal, and nobody else looked like they were going to score. So, you know, it's one of those. It's like, well, why didn't you pass? But then again, you know, nobody else is scoring. Ricardo nearly cost us in the 77th minute. He was trying to be, you know, prime Messi and lost the ball. Playing with swagger sometimes gets you in the deep shittoos.
Okay, then I'll combine the two. Play with sense and swagger, right? If you shimmy the defender and put him on his arse, and you've got a free shot at goal and you're 30 yards out, and your name's Dewsbury Hall, for an example, or Harry Winks, you know, from his goal from QPR, or you're in a bit of scoring form, like Fatu. You know what? I'd rather Fatu shoot and put it 30 yards over the bar than refuse to shoot and we make 75 passes backwards and lose it anyway.
Yeah.
But in circumstances like that, have a go. I'm not saying have a go every time. All right, turn it down a notch, Fatu. Have one, have another, and if the second one goes really badly, go, okay, let me just refocus again. Go sensible. If you're Ricardo and you absolutely got the left back in your back pocket and you've been knocking it past him and running past him and getting onto the ball first and having him all game, don't suddenly think you're Lionel Messi and start doing step overs and flicky dicky stuff. Use your common sense. I think sometimes, and this is why I know I've given him a bit of a stick tonight. Well, a lot of stick tonight actually, but I really do hate it that managers get the entire blame for a bad result because I want to slam the brakes on my Enzo escapade, if you will. Look at me using fancy words today. I must have swallowed a thesaurus for breakfast. Yeah. But when you've mentioned
extinct.
Oh, it's just hey! Oh, you got me with that one. Fair. But my point is, Chris, right? You know, you've mentioned two incidents there where Fatu got too excited and kept shooting. Ricardo got a bit too cocky and started doing flicky dicky stuff. Yeah. That's on the players. Use a bit of common sense. Yes, have a couple of shots, but if it starts going 20 yards over the bar after your third attempt, maybe go, okay, I had one good shot that went in. I've had a couple afterwards. Back to me responsibilities. And if Ricardo tries to get a little bit overconfident and then gets the ball nicked off him, he needs to be able to tell himself, because he's got a brain. He's a professional footballer on X amount of money a week, right? He gets paid enough to have a brain that tells him, okay, they had my pants down there a little bit. We've got away with it. Sorry, lads. Won't do that again. Head on. Back to doing what I was doing best. And if you do that, guess what happens, Chris? You don't panic. You don't lose the ball. You don't give it away. You don't go all shaky at the back. You don't start being nervous. You don't give away silly free kicks that lead to last-minute goals. And you don't draw against bottom of the league. I think it's only scored one goal in probably 7 games. We've just doubled their goal tallying tonight for that.
Yeah, we have. Look, let me because again, it was KDH who was trying to be fancy, and he, instead of just booting it into row X, he tried to go past the player, lost out. And I still think some of these players can't get their head around the fact that we're not in the Premier League, and they're not going to get the fouls that they all want, because they go down and they're looking at what, and the referees said play on, you know, while he was still, you know, on the floor, and you know, thankfully Hermansen saved him. I think some of these players have got to think like, well, all right, the referee was a bit up and down today. Again, I'd sooner have that than having to put up with VAR and the new rules that are coming in, but we'll see about that next season if we do. Terry is saying here, oh dear, where has that put us in the form table? Well, let me tell you where that has put us in the form table, young Terry. Because, in fact, I can show you where that has put us in the form table. I don't know if that goes that far down. Yes, it does, because we are in 10th in the form table. Oh, look who's top. West Bromwich Albion.
Oh, who have we got next? Who have we got on Saturday, Chris?
West Bromwich Albion.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
West Bromwich Albion are first in the form table. Southampton are second. Leeds are third. Watford are sixth. Ipswich are down to seventh. Leicester down to 10th. 2 places above Plymouth Argyle, who lost today to Coventry. At the bottom of the form table, let me just scroll down for you, because you can see that the couple of teams that we've struggled against. Oh, look, Rotherham are bottom and Sheffield Wednesday are 23rd.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Why we can't play teams that are down at the bottom and really seem to struggle. I mean, okay, Leeds and Middlesbrough, but them aside, we have beaten everybody else, and it just baffles me. And again, the biggest concern is it's okay saying we're top and we've still got a bigger lead. I accept that. But my concern, and I know we shouldn't do it, and I know it's the worst thing ever, but as someone who's a major overthinker, right, I'm concerned more about tonight's performance than any defeat I know we didn't lose tonight, but any bad result or performance we've had this season, because I'm thinking, if this is how we're going to play so alarmingly bad in a game that we have to put on the likes of Ndidi and that to try and get us, try and secure the 3 points tonight, how the hell are we going to cope over Christmas in January and February? Genuinely, Chris, I am genuinely concerned, because even if you say, okay, fine, Iheanacho, we've got Vardy. Vardy scored a tap and a penalty against Watford, if we look at it realistically, and missed 2 easy chances. I mean, 2 goals kind of saved his blushes from being called a striker that was probably done this season and give him an extra lease of life from the Watford game. But still haven't played Tom Cannon. Don't know why. I agree with, apologies for whoever it was in the comments, but I do remember it. Just don't remember who it was. Why aren't we playing? Why isn't Daka getting game time? Because, I mean, you can't say it's because he's going to go with Zambia, because Iheanacho is going to go with Nigeria. So why aren't we playing him while we can? I worry. This could be a worrying 7 or 8 weeks for Leicester, where we are going to get battered and bruised and scrimp and scrape, wins, draws. And we're going to just have to hope, I think, unless Endo does something drastic, Chris. I'm being deadly serious here. This isn't a rant, it's deadly serious. From what I've seen in the last 4 games, when we haven't had wings, we haven't played Ndidi, we haven't, made substitutions because we've lacked players through injuries, when we haven't got a select amount of our squad available for whatever reason next season, what are we going to do over the Christmas period in January, Chris? How are we going to cope with the fixture list run-ins, and how are we going to get the wins? Because if we play like this, it's like you said, like Katie said, or like others have said in the chat, Chris, unless teams play like Watford, we're going to struggle for points.
Yeah. I mean, I just looking at some of my notes here, 66 minutes, we did seem to become more positive. Could have had a penalty on 70 minutes. I don't think it was, to be honest with you. There wasn't a lot of claims for it. It was more of a shoulder board, which I think is fine. But look, the note I've made here, 93 minutes, 1-1, and I've put kitchen sink time, and it's paid off for Sheffield Wednesday. They were throwing everything at us. And if they've got a manager that's worth his salt, and it looks like they have, in fairness, they've looked at that first half and went, they're dodgy at the back.
Mm-hmm. They have, Chris. Sorry, go on.
No, let's just hit them with everything we've got.
Yeah, and what would have been the smartest thing to have Leicester have done from about the 86th, 87th minute onwards, when they started, because that's when they started throwing the kitchen sink. I know you were down there 93rd minute, they got the goal from throwing the kitchen sink.
Well, they have been.
Yeah. They've been throwing the kitchen sink at us, and we had two options. You have two options in that scenario. Either try and play through it, which is what we tried. Spoiler alert, in case you're late to the game, it cost us a goal. Just check above, right? Cost us. Or, and this is where I go back to the swagger and sense balance that we need in this team, or what they could have done, Chris, just everybody come in a little bit closer, because it sounds like a myth at Leicester. They could kick the ball long.
Don't be silly.
Never heard of it. Yeah, I thought it was a myth. I thought it was sounding ridiculous. Sorry. I'm talking no sense at all now. Sorry.
I kind of get why Chowdhury came on. I do see why he did that, because I think it gave a bit more bite to the midfield, and I think it put it there to sort of give us that extra sort of defensive midfielder there to try and hold. But you can't try and hold on to a 1-0, can you?
No, look at Southampton against Huddersfield. It didn't work for them at the weekend. And if anything, I love Chowdhury and I've got nothing against him coming on. But my problem is you've got a team fired up, the 1-0 down, they're throwing everything at you. And what's the one thing you cannot do in sport? You can't blink first, Chris. And what did we do? Last knockings of the game, 8 minutes to go plus injury time, 1-0. Do Leicester change things? Do they do a shape change? Do they look to play aggressive and push Sheffield Wednesday back? No, they blink. Enzo admits he shit his diaper. He puts the defensive midfielder on. And that Sheffield Wednesday manager must have been rubbing his hands going, hey, they're hoping we don't score. Let's go at them. They ain't going to come out that half. They're going to keep the ball. They're going to try and win the ball off it and knock it around the back. Let's keep going at them then, because they're doing nothing to show that they're going to try and force us back. And again, in case you're late, sorry, spoilers alert, look above. It didn't work. And it worked perfectly for Sheffield Wednesday.
I want to talk Vardy, because we mentioned him in the last show, in the review show that we did for the last game. And we sort of said, what is it with this guy? Every time we slag him off, he seems to come back and get us out the shit, as he did against Watford. What was he doing on the pitch for 90 minutes?
I don't know, Chris. If only we had a formation you could play that required you to put another striker on that may have helped him out. Or if only we had an unknown striker that no opposition could do any scouting on and know how he's going to play, that we've not even seen play, so we wouldn't even know, sat on the bench. Or even Chris, what if we had a striker that plays completely different to Vardy, which would have meant that not only would he have collected the ball deeper, but it would have allowed Leicester to have attacked with their entire midfield. If only we had them options on the bench, Chris. If only there was a way to have taken off Vardy or added an Arsenal to Vardy so he wasn't up there on his own. But it doesn't exist in the world of Enzo and Leicester, apparently. You cannot play two strikers. And Iheanacho, what? Tom Cannon, who? I don't know who you're talking about. Don't exist. They're invisible. Because tonight, Vardy was... Well, you'd have got more action out of Vardy by leaving him on a desert island.
Did we see tonight a bit of glass ball football? And when I say glass ball, I mean as in, let me see what your future holds. Sort of crystal ball, not glass ball, crystal ball. That, was Enzo hoping that, well, look, Vardy against Sheffield Wednesday. And this actually, I didn't remember, but this was his third game since he's joined us that we played Sheffield Wednesday. So it wasn't.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Oh, we had him in a cup. I think we had him in a cup, did we?
It wasn't, so it wasn't that special game. But was it a case of Enzo going like, "Oh, I'll leave Vardy on. This is against Sheffield Wednesday. He's destined to score, isn't he?" Was it a bit of that? Do you think?
Well,
I mean, I'm being facetious, of course.
I know, but I know you're being a bit facetious, but again, mate, like I said, I know I've said it a bit. Well, I've said it quite sarcastically there, but I don't know. You might actually be onto something there, mate. Because when you've got a striker that nobody's seen play, that we want to see play on the bench, and you don't bring him on, and then you've got a striker that we all know, and the majority of us, I'm sure there's some out there that don't love Iheanacho, who in today's game, from the sounds of it, Chris, and the substitutions he made would have been perfect to come on because, like I said, he comes shorter to collect the ball. He holds the ball up. I'm not saying Vardy can't do this, but it's more natural for Iheanacho than it is Vardy because Vardy's a turn and run sort of striker, isn't he? We know what Vardy does, but he didn't. He just didn't. And I know you say it facetiously and a little bit tongue in cheek, but I do feel like he kept him on for the sake of the fact that it was Sheffield Wednesday, because I cannot fathom in a game where we're playing bottom of the league and we maybe want to just get over the line, he didn't change the strikers. It's just, why have we spent 7 million on a striker to never play him?
Yeah, Gray says there, and it was something I said when we went 1-0 up. I actually said, "Well, now we'll see what's going to happen here because Sheffield Wednesday will either completely collapse, and we'll go on and win. I don't know, like somebody said at the start of the game, 5-0.
I know what idiot said that.
Where are you in the prediction league again?
I might be doing better though. I have got a lot of points for the 2 weeks. I'm just saying.
I haven't got many, I don't think. But you know what I'm saying was it was going to be interesting to see what happened. I've put out. I was going to read you a bit of, and I did say, do check this out. bbc.co.uk/sport/football/teams/Leicester City, or you could just go bbc.co.uk/LCFC. Every Tuesday afternoon, there's a new section called Fans Voice. Somebody with intense knowledge about Leicester writes.
And Chris puts his name at the end.
Yeah. Yes. This is my closing paragraph. So blame me, guys. I put going up is the priority. Winning it will be a bonus. But in all honesty, it just feels great to be winning games again. Are we? And I also said this isn't League One. When we went down to League One, we lost 4 games all season. This is a lot tougher division than League One when we went down.
Yeah, it is. And look, once we've probably calmed down a little bit, maybe we will be looking at this in a different light. It's just very concerning that, 4 results, Chris, and what for the side we have picked up 4 points, and with what's ahead of us, I just cannot stop. I know you shouldn't, but I cannot stop but worry and think: are we going to mess this up? Are we going to throw away our fantastic start to the season? I mean, you talk about the teams having a bad patch. Well, we talked about it a few weeks ago, saying, well, hey, Leeds and Ipswich, look at them buggered up the chance to catch us up. But hey, Ipswich had 2 chances to go top of the league and they buggered it up. They couldn't beat Birmingham, couldn't beat Rotherham. We couldn't beat Leeds. We couldn't beat Middlesbrough. We couldn't beat Sheffield Wednesday. And I am telling you this now, Chris, on the basis of them last 4 performances, because West Brom won't play like Watford, so we'll just null and void that, shall we? We ain't beating Sheffield. We ain't beating West Brom.
Okay, I agree with what I said. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but we are sounding like we are expecting Ipswich and Leeds and Southampton to win every single game they play. They're not going to.
No, but that shouldn't be a problem for Leicester. If we're going to win this league and we're going to get promoted, it should be a case of, regardless of Ipswich and Southampton, I would not care if every time we won, Ipswich won. As long as we're doing that first part, Chris, winning the game.
But when we win and Ipswich drew those 2 games that they should have won, and when we were playing, and that's when they played Rotherham, of course, and caught up. The other interesting thing that I've said here, that should we win the Championship this season, we have more titles than Manchester City.
Well, I mean, yes, that is true. But like you said, Chris, that also means we had more relegations.
All right. You weren't supposed to come back to me with that point. But,
well, your own words have fallen. You've fallen on your own sword there, Chris.
Yeah. It would be nice to actually be out on our own with actual second-tier wins. But right, Alan has been in touch. We'll call it a night on this. Otherwise, we'll still be here at 4:00 in the morning talking about this. We would be. He has actually gone, and he kind of agreed with me before I changed my mind. He's gone for 5 as the team performance. Let's have a look what he said here. He said, not the best night tonight, Chris, and it's freezing as well. I'm sure it is. Snow is on its way, ladies and gentlemen. So, he's given the team 5, and his man of the match. I can say I will disagree with him sometimes, but I will never override him because he's there.
Unless it's best to God.
Yeah. No.
Unless it's best to God.
Oh, sorry. Best to God. Oh, just that once. He has given it to Dewsbury Hall.
I mean,
we'll go with
someone who, no offense to him, is a talented player, but needs to get it out of his head that he's going to be our next James Maddison. He needs to really get that out of his head because he started. Yeah. Both froze. We both froze that end.
You went out completely then.
So did you. You did on mine. Dear. But no, Dewsbury Hall needs to see a therapist and stop thinking he's James Maddison, by the way. I don't understand that for a man of the match, but then again, we were that poor, he could have gave it to Doris the tea lady for all I know, and I would have said, meh.
Yeah, and I fell. Not much. I'm interested. Gray's gone for a 4 for a team performance, so he actually agreed with me. Gray, who do you say? Because he was watching it down the pub, so he was probably watching it through beer goggles. But who was your man of the match, Gray?
Watching it through beer goggles, it was probably a better game.
Possibly.
Maybe he got that drunk that it blurred his vision. And he thought we scored a last minute equaliser. He thought it was the strikes went from that to him. So he thought
the team in blue and white got a goal at the end, didn't they?
That must have been Leicester then. He's gone home happy. He's not really wondering what we're moaning about.
Brad, thank you very much, young man. We are back tomorrow with the preview, and then we will be back together, you and me. Gray's gone for Vestergaard. I hope you are joking there, and that's me, and I'm the love dad. We'll be back 9:00 on Friday. Stay online, so I want to have a very quick word with you at the end, as I've just had a thought.
Oh God, you and thoughts could be here all night.
It could be. But thanks very much, Brad. Get over there. Check out LTID TV 2. That's how you can find it, which is Brad's channel. He will be getting back with some Leicester women's content and quizzes as well soon. Brad, thank you very much, young man, and I will see you on Friday.
Yeah, see you Friday. Good luck, everybody.
Cheers, Jay. Thank you. So, here we go. He has actually gone for nobody. He said they were all crap. I don't know. Last season would have been glad of a point, But look, what's coming up for like the rest of the week? Well, basically, what I have just told you. And remember, we are still number one. 7 o'clock tomorrow for the preview for the West Bromwich Albion game. It's going to be interesting to see what Craig's got to say about that. And then we'll be back on Friday night for the prediction show. I will see you all then. Take care. Thanks to Brad for coming in. And thanks to and doing a sterling job, even without a proper feed. And for Kate, cold as she looked, bless her, up in Sheffield, up north on ours. It's cold up north. Thanks to Kate for her pre- and post-match thoughts live from the ground. Take care of yourself. Look, go and have a drink. We didn't lose. But we have struggled against all three in the bottom three places in the league. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for everybody for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.